Well, well, well. And, let me say, hold on. We got to do something here. We got to go here, and then we got to go here. Owl Arcade with a $500 million super chat donation saying, here's his casino entry fee. I was kidding. Owl was asking, his real name is Jonathan, was asking which way to the casino. And I said, casino admission requires a super chat donation. I was kidding. I was joking. It probably violates some YouTube terms of service for me to say something like that. So please don't report me. But we do have a super chat goal here. If we get 5 super chats of any denomination before the end of the podcast in about 2 hours, I will actually go ahead and release the backlog, the past 5 episodes, the audio version. I have been remiss to edit and upload them. My wonderful co-hosts here have been cussing a blue streak, and I have not been uploading them to Spotify and Apple and all that stuff. And you know who calls me out for it is the one and only legendary Mike Doyle, creator of the Mike Doyle multi-game kits. And I think that's the Qbert one that you own, Liam. That's from Mike Doyle.
Yes, it is the very best Qbert multi-kit out there.
The superior one, because it runs on the original hardware.
It runs on the original hardware and contains 10 games, including some really cool ones like Insector.
Oh, really?
Stuff.
Yeah. You can play Insector on an upright Qbert cabinet. All the text is rotated.
I haven't heard that game in a long time.
Somebody was just working on one in a group chat that I'm on. But here we go. Let's go. So thank you, Owl Arcade. And yeah, let's hopefully hit that super chat goal.
And if we hit 10 super chat donations, I will hit Chance with a Stone Cold Stunner.
There you go.
That also is a worthy cause.
Yes, and
I bet you he'll sell it really good too.
I'm gonna do it again, and you do not
literally just got another super chat.
There we go.
See,
$499 million super chat donation from Cameron Cardwell, who is a channel member, just like Owl Arcade is. He says, 4-game pickup today, fellas. It's been a busy one. Let's go, Cameron. Let's go. We go 3 more super chats, and Mike Doyle gets some fun times for his road trips, and 8 more, and Chance gets a stunner. So
we lost
Liam. We lost him.
He's gone.
I'm still here, just fixing my video.
He's back.
Okay. Well, let's see who we do have here. We got Ryan Nash, Owl Arcade, and Cameron Cardwell, who already mentioned. Wayne, another channel member. Joel Strahan, Ty Laurie, channel member in the house. DJM, Fish DS9, Jumping General, both channel members. Nick Gamer, Heathcliff Hensel. Let's see. We got Command the Line. What's going on? And DJ M. Wow, we are off to a fast start. See, all I gotta do is plug the super chats and we get them. 2 more left for the audio version, and then I don't know, Chance. I hope you've been not skipping ab day. Stephen Wallard's here. Mike Doyle is here. Say his name and he appears. All right. Hello from Kansas. What's going on? And of course, I'm joined as always. So Charlie, Overtime Arcade, I'm joined as always by Liam from Retrobotics, Kay from Prime Arcade, and Chance from the Canadian Arcade. Chance, how many is that tonight already?
This is the first one.
I don't believe you.
It is, and I'm Canadian, so I can drink all y'all under the table. Maybe not.
It's a famous Canadian beer you're drinking right there too, right?
No, I don't.
I really doubt that. Just saying.
Are we?
Yeah.
This is why I really don't drink that much anymore.
What do you weigh? Like about 35 soaking wet? Come on.
Actually, I don't know.
Oh man, Ty going to bed.
Ty's going to bed? Literally just got here.
Hey, what can I say? Liam, what's in your cup?
Ty added me on Facebook. Sorry, I did.
This is tea. This is for after the tea.
There you go. How about you, Kay?
This is actually also tea, but it's mixed with Kool-Aid because I'm a 4-year-old.
Okay. All right.
I like the crust cut off my sandwiches.
DJM picked up a working Galaga this week or last week for $50. That's awesome.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, don't accidentally grab that Fanta.
No, nobody's asked me about that ever.
Has the Fanta been in there before?
The Fanta has been in there every single episode since.
So that's
You're-
not a live camera.
That is a live camera. Here, what? Watch. See, look. Hi, I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I believe you.
That Fanta has been there. It is an homage. It has been there every single episode we've done since your last presidential inauguration.
Okay.
It's a little orange
Have we
Nazi
mentioned
juice.
the magnet on your Bitcoin wallet?
Oh yeah, that's come up before.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that a few times.
Okay.
I
With
keep
the
it
magnet
down here
though?
Yeah, just to keep it safe. That way I never lose it. I got
Joel-
another one on the fridge.
Joel Strahan checking in as a channel member. What's going on, Joel? I think you've had a gift channel membership before, but thanks for becoming a channel member. Hope you enjoy all the perks. And oh, by the way, shortly before we went live, I released this weekend's video for my channel for early access by channel members as a little tasty treat, appetizer, hors d'oeuvre, amuse-bouche before the live stream. So, Joel, now that you're a channel member, as soon as the podcast is over, you can go ahead and watch that with your channel member exclusive early access. But all the regular folks, all the hoi polloi out there, the unwashed masses, have to wait until 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to see that new video. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we got a couple cool things going on today in this episode. We have a topic as always, but we have sort of like two really cool things that Liam and Kay are going to talk about as part of their sort of standard introductions. So I think what we'll do to lead up to that is Chance will do his stuff, I'll do my stuff, and then we'll go to Liam and Kay for some pretty exciting things that hopefully I have not jinxed. So Chance, why don't you give us a rundown on what you've been up to lately? Oh, wait, hold on. Breaking news. Another $499 million super chat donation. That brings us to 4 out of 5. Wait, yeah, 4 out of 5 for the audio episode and 4 out of 10 for the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah, tuck your chin, brother.
That's right.
Literally have no idea what that is in reference to.
You'll find out. Cameron says,
comment.
Make Chance keep the John's Arcade background. Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Give the people what they want.
What John's Arcade background?
Exactly. Chance, why don't you give us a rundown on what's been keeping you busy lately?
I have, if anyone's been paying attention to Clove recently, I have now completed my Nintendo Row downstairs. Yes, I made a thumbprint panel for my Wild Gunman.
Where's Popeye?
I don't need nor want a Popeye. Popeye is probably my least favorite Nintendo game of all time.
Is your Sky Skipper working?
Yes. Yeah. So hold on. No, time out. Sky Skipper is working. I have a few graphical issues with the second level. There's some sprites that are having some problems. So I'm going to be pulling the board from it really soon and sending it to my buddy back out in Eastern Canada, who does all of our board repairs. So I'm going to get that fixed up. But then as soon as that's good, like that's not going to be a big problem. As soon as that's done, the Sky Skipper is 1,000% good. And I'm not going to say it's for sale, but it is not something that I'm going to say no to if the right price and offer comes along. I already have a crate for it. It's ready to go. I'll keep it in my, I'm not in a hurry to sell it. I've taken 8 years building that thing, thanks to whom will not be named. So yeah, I'm ready to part with it for the right buyer and the right price. Right buyer first, right price. So, but I'm not selling it. It'll stay with me until somebody comes along who says, yeah, I really want that. It's important to me. We'll give it to a good home. Crate's ready to go. Buyer pays shipping, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, Sky Skipper done-ish. Done.
They got tug on the heartstrings to get it though.
No. Like if it goes to the right person, it goes to the right person. Like,
so not Captain's Auctions.
And the right person is defined by the thickness of the pocketbook.
well, no. Like I want it is. I know what it's. I know what I have. I know what it's worth. But full disclaimer, I am keeping the TNX board. I am not. My TNX board is not converted to Skyskipper. My TNX will never be converted to Skyskipper because my TNX board, as you've probably heard from me multiple times, was never a Skyskipper board. It's a Nintendo internal development board. That's what the TNX is. Some became Skyskipper, some became Popeye. Mine is not a Skyskipper board. So it will have a converted Popeye board with the Skyskipper project daughter board installed and running on it, which is not just as good, but it is close to the Nintendo blessed cabinets as you can get. So it's I wouldn't consider it bootleg hardware if Whitney and Alex are to be believed that, you know, they had Nintendo's blessing for the whole thing, which, I mean, to get into Nintendo, and anyway, I'm getting off track here. The point is, yeah, Skyskipper one day. What's really interesting about what I've finished on that row is my Wild Gunman. And that's kind of to answer your question, what I was going to mention, the thumbprint pad on the front of it. If anyone's been paying attention on Clov or in one of the larger Facebook groups, I finally finished my Wild Gunman. The thumbprint pad on the front is 3D printed. I'm not a big fan of 3D printers, but I have one now. It's a tool that I can make stuff with, and that's it. I'm not going to be printing little shiny dragons or toys or anything. It's for fabricating.
Wait. Did you just say you're not a fan of a 3D printer? You've been doing nothing but talk about how awesome that 3D printer is for weeks.
There's a Venn diagram of 3D printer owners, CrossFitters, and vegans. And in the middle of that, they won't shut up about them. And I am trying my hardest not to be one of them. In fact, the morning I woke up, so I bought it so
Mission
that
failed.
Yeah, I bought it so that I could do some prototyping for that driving sim and some arcade stuff that I'm doing. When I woke up that next morning and told my wife what I was doing, she laughed at me. She says, "We make fun of those people." Anyway, so yeah. So long story short,
hold on. Speaking of making fun of people, Porgy is jumping in with a $499 million super chat donation. We have now hit the audio episode goal, and we are halfway to the Stone Cold Stunner goal. So you might want to go easy on those beers, because with that stunner, you know, it's sure to go. All those suds are go flying.
It's a lot.
Yes, it's going to come shooting out of your mouth.
Patrick.
You better sell like Scott Hall, brother.
A, it's a long flight from Texas. B, you'll probably fly on WestJet if you come here. And C, you're going to be so cramped and in so much pain from that flight when you land that you're just going to want to turn around and head back home.
Nah, I'm going to work out my frustrations on you.
Fair.
So
did your cat just come through your window?
Oh, probably.
Has that window been open every episode this entire time?
That'd be Virgil. That's the cat that has adopted me.
So, just like Sabrina the Teenage.
But your window was just open and a cat came in and you're like, this is my life now.
This is normal.
Yeah,
Texas, it could have been an armadillo. You would have never have known.
She's also pregnant, so it's probably going to be more cats later.
Open cans of tuna fish lying around and just asking for it.
Yeah.
So, Chance, you know another thing you could 3D print for your Wild Gunman?
No.
Is the hats those kids were wearing in the 80s
Oh,
cafe.
yeah. That's right. Elijah Wood had that. You can find those on. Okay, no, we're not talking about it. I did print the little. If you look on Clov, you can see I printed the little out of time California license plate from the DeLorean. I printed a little light box and I put that on top because I thought that would be cool. But yeah,
there we go. So yeah, keep those super chats coming, guys, so we can make fun of Chance when he has to sell the stunner
and not pay for StreamYard Premium.
They like raised the price, you know.
I don't
it was
care,
like $10 a month. I thought about doing it. Now it's $35.99. Forget it.
We could get rid of that logo. We could go HD for the fans.
720 is HD.
I'm calling you. Oh, come on. 720p is HD. Like Americans actually make real beer.
Hey, here's the
thing. 720 is medium resolution.
Exactly.
It's HD. You know what grinds my gears for a second?
HD like 25 years ago.
I really made a move into 4K televisions and monitors starting in 2017, and it's now 9 years later, and there's still very much a dearth of 4K content out there, right? I look when I watch YouTube stuff, and I watch quite a bit on my Apple TV. When you look at the video recommendations, it tells you if it's 4K or not. And there's even giant channels are uploading in 1080p.
Oh, it's so much easier. Like
sure, every
when I
single
was,
episode I've ever uploaded, 4K.
but
You're
see,
welcome.
like when I was on Animal Planet, when I was a co-host on that show on Animal Planet, I actually asked our cinematographer, I said, why are we not shooting this in 4K? And he says, it is absolutely not, at this time, this is what, 2018, 2017? He says, absolutely not worth our time and money to shoot in 4K because of how long it takes to process it. And I find that funny because, like, I went to CES in Las Vegas in 2008 during the Blu-ray HD DVD format war, and some companies were already showing 8K TVs back then. So, like, the adoption just takes so long. But anyway, I digress. Where are we?
Charlie, you're muted.
Here to spread my sparkle. MG says technically 720 is HD ready. I don't think that's what HD ready means.
No.
All right. Cool. Anything else worth chat about, Chance?
No, I think it's pretty much the Wild Gunman's up and running and good. That's pretty much the main thing I've been working on arcade-wise lately. I'm going to switch back over to the racing sim for a little bit and then go back to some more game stuff soon. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it would be nice if you actually worked on arcade games and not just stickers put on the outside of them.
I do. Okay, well, something I'll talk about right now, and Ty has talked about this as well briefly, Ty Laurie. We both really, really want to build. So I don't know if anyone knows this, but in 1994 on the Game Boy, a version of Donkey Kong was released. Donkey Kong 94 was, just called Donkey Kong on the Game Boy. Probably, arguably, one of the top 5 best Game Boy games ever made. And if you haven't played it, and if you're an arcade person, go out of your way to play it. So about a year ago, just for, and giggles, I went and I took an old Game Boy Color and I wired up a Nintendo Versus panel to it. There's a picture of it I just posted in my Wild Gunman thread on Cloth. And I realized that, and this is maybe not a segue, but this is foreshadowing to one of our topics a little bit later on. The controls on a Nintendo Versus panel play Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy so incredibly well. And so one of the things that I've wanted to do for the longest time, especially if the Sky Skipper goes away, is build a Donkey Kong 94 cabinet, maybe with the artwork, or maybe just like the Game Boy Color has been reverse engineered now. I've been bugging my buddy Jeff, who co-owns White North Retro with me. I've been bugging him lately about trying to take the reverse engineered Game Boy Color schematics and make a JAMA board that works with Game Boy Color. I think that would be gnarly. And, something that we could just pop in, or maybe FPGA, I don't know. But something, because there is a creator out there who is making a colorized version of Donkey Kong 94. I think that would be phenomenal, especially if it looked like on an arcade monitor. So maybe, hopefully soon, that'll be my next project. That's basically all I have.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe not all. Jerry V came in hot with a $999 million super chat donation. Wants to know if that CPS2 is working, Chance.
Which one? Oh,
maybe the one Jerry sent you?
Oh, the one Jerry sent me. Yes. Okay, Jerry, it works. It plays. It's fine. But as soon as I plugged it in, I had no audio. I don't know if that's me or if that was FedEx or UPS. I don't know. It's on location right now in a place where it doesn't need audio, but there's just no audio on the board. I don't know if anyone knows CPS2.
Because it's too loud to be heard?
No. So the
it doesn't
shell,
need,
FedEx or UPS like totally me on the return delivery. They smashed up the case. This is the first time I've had a shipping company completely screw me over in a long time. And so Jerry and I were worried, like, is this gonna like, because he traded me boards, and I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, it's nothing it wasn't his fault. But it was for, what was it, Marvel Superheroes? It was for one of my games on location. So in the area that game is, you couldn't hear the audio even if you wanted to, so it doesn't really matter that much right now. It is on my list of things I have to fix. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. We also have, before I forget, Alan Brady with a $499 million super chat donation with no comment here. I think he just wants to see Chance take the stunner. So, folks, we've already exceeded our audio episode goal, and it looks like Chance is gonna get it. So,
I'm
yeah,
in danger.
Tuck your chin,
big
brother.
time, big time. That's right.
Wrestling's fake anyway. I'm not gonna get hurt.
Oh my God.
I love all of the jokes where it's like, if wrestling is fake, explain this, and then it shows the most ridiculous stuff.
The new one is the guy spinning the pizza. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Like, he's in the
Oh,
ring
yes.
spinning the pizza. If
Luigi
wrestling's
Primo,
fake,
he's a good
explain
dude.
this. Is that legitimately? There's a name. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's his gimmick. He's really good.
There's
at it,
also
too.
a guy. There's also a guy that says that was a wrestler named Stephen Flo, and his intro music was
Yeah.
Pearl Jam Even Flow, but he changes it to Stephen Flow.
Stephen Flo.
Oh,
You
it's
guys
awesome.
are losers. You
It's
know what?
awesome.
You know what's funny? For the amount I like rag on wrestling, I live in like the home of wrestling.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like I was
The
born
Hart
and
Foundation.
raised in the city of Calgary, which is like where Stampede Wrestling, the forerunner to WWF, came from. And like the Hart family lives here. In fact, fun fact, my former boss for the medical technologies company I used to work with, he was being sued by Bret Hart for botching his wrist surgery.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, R.I.P. Owen Hart.
Yeah. Well,
That's all I got to say about
play
that.
stupid games.
Yeah.
I'm giving you two
let me-
stunners.
It's
We
been
do.
forever, man. It's like, come on.
Too soon.
Anyway.
All right. Sparkle MG wants to see the Play Choice 10 turned on, so I'll go ahead and do that. I was working on all
I was
kinds
thinking
stuff.
of it. It's like, this is the only time that we've done a show where Charlie wasn't needlessly burning phosphors.
Yeah.
Well,
or
it's
like
not the only time.
noise in the background of a podcast that confuses people when they're listening to it on their car stereos.
Well, I mean, it's called ambiance, right? And I also have a Schrodinger's Tempest, right?
Ooh.
If I don't turn it on, it's both working and non-working at the same time, right? But yeah, okay. So for me, let's see. Updates for me. No pickups since the Dig Dug back in January, so no new games have come into the garage. I still have those 4 pending pickups. And the weather hasn't been great, but it's been it's like it was 70 something degrees here today. Beautiful. So I'm assuming those will come in soon. So I got a bunch I need to get out of the basement quickly into the out of the garage into the basement to make room in the garage for all these games. Too much going on. Oh, I know. I did just pick up though some parts and some artwork from Jaybird Auctions. We've talked about Jaybird before. Jaybird is run by the daughter and son-in-law of Lloyd from Coin Op Warehouse, and she's also the sister of Ben from Coin Op Amusements. But they do just all auctions. I got a semi-populated Popeye control panel because mine was basically melting. I got the Popeye marquee that I needed. I got some Donkey Kong artwork because I actually have a use for that, and some other stuff like that. So that was good. But that's the only pickup I've done lately. Last stuff I've been working on since the last podcast. I sort of at least temporarily got a CRT monitor solution for the Neo Geo. I might revisit that. Got Metal Slug 3 in there, which is great. I'm still looking for a bunch of MVS games. Been working on the Pac-Man Mini, the Cabaret, which is going to go right here. I got a perfect spot for it next to my Do Run Run cocktail. That thing is loud. Pick a different game that's not as annoying. That's still annoying. Hold on.
Or you could turn it off.
You could just turn it off.
Yeah,
Turn
you
it
proved
off.
it worked.
Yeah,
Same.
I mean, I would just maybe turn it off.
Before, so anyway, so the Pac-Man is working, but I've had a bit of a hum bar issue, and I finally figured out what it was. I ended up taking the board out of that Pac-Man, which has actually been hacked to run Fast Mizpac without the daughter board. Brought that to work, plugged that into my restored Ms. Pac-Man, the one I did on the channel and redid the stencils and all that. That's actually at the break room area, my office at work. Took the board out of the Miss Pac-Man, brought it home. The Pac-Man board went into the Miss Pac-Man. As soon as I put it in the Miss Pac-Man, works perfectly, no hum bar. And when I brought the Miss Pac-Man board home, put that in my Pac-Man Mini hum bar, so it's in the cabinet. It's not a board issue. And then I brought the Miss Pac-Man back, and I put a is it 6E, the ROM, the free play ROM. Put that in there, so it's got free play with a tracked mode now at the office, which is good. So if people leave it on, it doesn't make the burn worse. Anyway, also been working on my Berserk. I figured out how to essentially manufacture a reproduction joystick that's almost exactly the same as the original, with a handle from an industrial controls manufacturer, mated with a threaded joystick shaft intended for a Wicco. I had to set up this poor man's lathe to machine it down and then extend the threads with tool and die, or tap and die set. Anyway, that all works great, and it's in a regular Wicco 8-way right now. But I just got the other day delivered a couple of Perfect 360 joysticks, so I'm going to use that as the mechanism instead of a 8-way Wicco. So that should be awesome. And that Berserk is going to be a J-Rock setup. So I just got to cap the monitor and put the JAMA harness in there. And we're basically done. And I've also lately been working on my Missile Command cocktail. This is a project that I bought years before having a YouTube channel. And it's just been languishing in the back of the garage. I've had like 3 CRT consumer CRT televisions stacked on it. I was able to make space to put those on the shelves. Take the Missile Command cocktail out, and been working on that. Latest story there is I've been fighting a board issue, but I do have a working Missile Command setup right now. More to follow on that. But yeah, and I missed all kinds of stuff here. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
That, I guess that's what those dollar sign or the cash register sound effects were. I thought you were teasing me about buying stuff.
No.
Here we go. So
No,
hold on.
that's the sound I
here.
play when the super chats roll in.
We have
Every
another
time.
legendary member of the arcade community has just become a channel member. So in addition to my illustrious co-hosts here and folks like Ty and Classic Arcade Sean and Jack Lick and Jeff Kinder and all kinds of other awesome folks, luminaries in the hobby, we now have Mike Doyle, who has just become an Overtime Arcade channel member. Thank you, Mike. And I will be sure, I won't be able to do it tonight, but this week I will absolutely.
I want to stop there and comment on something though quickly. Mike, I don't know how many people are going to get this who are looking at it, but I got it. I love your profile picture. That is, for those who don't recognize it, that is the base section of B9 from the classic Irwin Allen Lost in Space show. A lot of people have been like building their own robots, and that is awesome. So huge B9 fan. Eventually, I want to build one myself as well. So I got it.
I think I have a nerd.
Somebody got it
around here.
I thought it was like a vacuum. I thought it was like a vacuum form machine or something.
There's got to be a nerd. Wait.
What?
No. No.
Well, Mike, thank you. And I will absolutely get those. I'll get caught up this week with all the audio versions of the podcast uploaded to Spotify. So I've had your comment. Like I keep marking it as unread as a reminder, but I will absolutely get to that. So thank you, Mike. We also have Enko with a $499 million super chat donation. Is that number 10? Does that get us to 10?
See, she and I were just texting back and forth about this because you done messed up when you talked about Owen Hart. Because see, now I got to kick your leg out from under your leg because enough is enough and it's time for a change. If we hit 15 super chat donations, I'm going to lock you in a sharpshooter. All right?
Whoa.
Emotional damage.
By my count, Enko is 8. And then Papa Sean 69 tubing in from Peterborough, Ontario with a $500 million Canadian super chat donation. That's number 9. Papa Sean says, got a big auction coming up in Springfield, Ontario in a few weeks. Consider pulling the trigger on what, Papa Sean? What has caught your eye in that auction? We're going to have to, is that the Moose Jaw collection? Wayne did post about that in the Discord. So what is, people are just trucking things across the TCH to, why move that all the way from Moose Jaw to Ontario? Is that just because of a bigger market?
Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan is like, I won't get into it, but like, yeah, no comment. we just move games from country to country. I really just got a marquee from Italy. Like it's such a vast, wide country. There's no regional things with games with us.
The marquee in my Sidam Bosconian came from Sardinia.
Really?
Which is an island in Italy.
Yes, it is.
Second largest after Sicily.
It is.
There we go. So that's what I've been up to. And why don't we we'll save a little bit of a teaser for Kay. We'll save that up. Liam, you've had some exciting things going on. Why don't you tell us about the more mundane things happening at Retrobotics, and then share your glorious news.
Yes, Liam.
Everyone.
Let's talk.
So starting with the most mundane thing, we picked up a Donkey Kong, and that happened.
First Nintendo
needs
cabinet
a little bit
ever.
of work.
One of us.
In terms of the cool things we picked up, we picked up.
Hold on. What I really want to know, because you started to talk a little bit about this on the Discord, but what I really want to know is, as someone who knows a ton about arcade machines, but this is your first time owning a Nintendo, walk us through some of your first impressions about the parallel universe that you step into once you open up a Nintendo cabinet.
Yes, Liam, let's discuss.
It's annoying. I already knew going into it that like the Nintendo cabinet was going to be all different. It doesn't use any standard parts for anything else. Everything in it is Nintendo.
Yeah, tell us about how
carries
much you love the monitor.
See, look, the monitors aren't that bad before you start ragging on them. The first monitor I ever rebuilt was a Sanyo. Like the absolute first one.
Sure. But
Liam, you fixed Amplifone, rasters, you fixed Atari Disco monitors.
In NASA, man.
Cinematronics,
hey, I'm not saying I can't fix it. I'm saying it shouldn't be as annoying to fix as it is.
Whoa. 20EC has this like hidden screw underneath that I gotta unscrew to let go of the chassis.
What do you want? It's Japanese made. It's superior technology.
The first time I've ever seen sparks shoot out of a PCB is whenever I plug the plugs into the audio amp backwards.
Oh,
I killed a Donkey Kong Jr. Look, no, that's on them for having them keyed the same.
Well,
okay.
And speaking of the audio amp, why would you put the audio amp right next to the biggest source of interference in the entire game?
Look, okay.
There are spots on the Donkey Kong PCB for audio amps. It didn't need to have this problem.
You know what?
You are a hater.
Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, you're wrong. And let's keep talking about why.
So, what I was for those of you who out there who maybe are like Liam was a week ago and have never experienced a Nintendo cabinet. When I say it's like a parallel universe, I am not kidding.
Oh, the buttons are all the different sizes. The joystick is different. Everything runs on 100 volts. The marquee fixture.
Yeah,
different kinds of plastic.
Yeah,
the wire ties, the cable ties are different.
The bolts are metric.
Everything. The connectors are different, but it's like everything is there. So like in your brain, you have this kind of model of what an arcade machine should be and the components that it has, whatever. You open up a Nintendo cabinet, and all those things are there. There's a monitor, there's a PCB, there's a power supply, there's a control panel, there's wiring, but everything is different than what you've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Right? Literally down to the buttons are different molds.
Yeah.
Everything, different voltages, different everything. The video signal was inverted. Everything is different, except it's the same at the same time.
And what's wrong with being different? We accept Kay for who he is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Should you?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got the thing had a Wico joystick in it. All the buttons had been drilled out to have standard arcade buttons in it instead of whatever Nintendo was using. But I did go ahead. I got a joystick. I rebuilt it already. I've got all the proper buttons and switches.
You got a joystick?
I do have a joystick. I do have all the buttons and switches, the Nintendo style. I have a new control panel actually as well. And I will rebuild the monitor tomorrow. So it should be playable. Does the joystick
have the correct 4-way restrictor?
It does.
Okay, good.
So no cheating.
Did my... No, anyway, keep going. Yeah.
Because there's Because there's a bunch of different Nintendo joysticks that all look very, very similar, but are subtly different.
Okay, with the exception of really old Nintendo joysticks, like we're talking like predating just around the just before the Donkey Kong era. They're all joysticks from Nintendo cabinets are made by Isaiah Seiko, the same company that makes the Coin Mechs. Fun fact. Those joysticks all work off of the exact same base plate, but you will find, and they are interchangeable, the shaft and ball top. And in older Donkey Kong stuff, the ball tops actually are slightly different sizes. They have
this is a DK Junior style.
Okay, good. And then the shafts are still interchangeable, but then later on when they got into like the whole punch out era, when they needed that extra, the pull up on the joystick, that was something that they were able to do with the existing design. Yeah, you can do it there. There's just another switch and there's two extra, there's an extra switch bracket on the bottom of the joystick.
And it's a normally closed switch, right?
Yeah.
For the for the duck button. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you pull it up and then it's like duck. So yeah. But they're all roughly the same.
And then the cocktail joystick is the same, except it has a shorter shaft and a smaller ball top with a set screw, so you can actually remove it.
The cocktail joysticks are kind of another animal to themselves, especially when you're talking about, like, we're going to talk about this in a little bit, like some of the other controls that they've had, like some of like the Hellfire controls and the Sheriff controls and everything. They're all, it's cool. It's all Isaiah Seiko stuff.
And there's like a little plastic spacer on top of some of them.
Yeah. The Nintendo Versus stuff, and then after that, because they went to metal panels, Donkey Kong 3.
I did, Joel. I did get some stuff for Mike's. I did not buy the whole control panel for Mike's.
Did you get the clear dust washer that goes on top?
No, don't do that.
Oh
no, don't. Did you really get that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I do.
Yeah.
I got it.
No, you're an idiot. That is the dumbest thing in the world. In fact, I don't know of a single. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen a single Nintendo pickup where somebody actually still had that.
Oh no, mine came with it, but it was all like worn out and like
they're garbage. Right? They just
I got a brand new one.
Panel.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's all part
of it. I'm gonna fix that tomorrow.
Yeah, don't put that on. A public service announcement from Chance: do not put the top dust washer on a Nintendo Donkey Kong panel.
Charlie says do it.
No. That wasn't the only pickup we had this last month.
Yes, go ahead.
We also picked up 2 Omega Races. An Omega Race cocktail and an Omega Race cockpit.
Omega Races.
Yeah. So
when you transported them, were you able to fit the cocktail inside of the cockpit for consolidated?
No, I put the cockpit in the trailer and I put the cocktail in the back of the car. But the cockpit is empty. It doesn't have anything in it, unfortunately, except for the monitor and the controls. So I need to figure out a way to fix that. One potential avenue is to pull all the parts from the cocktail and put them in the environmental cab.
Like put extensions on the harness and all that.
Yeah. So far I've resisted that. I may actually. I've come up with a wiring diagram that uses a Atari power system. Ooh. With a Asteroids power brick and an AR204. It should be possible to power Omega Race. So I am curious about doing that because honestly, I like the Atari power system better than Bally Midway's stuff.
The Atari power system is far superior than Bally Midway's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it should be doable.
And now you own all of the vectors that Midway ever released.
Yeah, all of the one. Actually, there was a second vector that they were working on, but they never ultimately released it to production. It's called Earth Friend.
Earth Friend? What a terrible name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we picked those up. I still haven't done anything with the cockpit, but I did fix the cocktail. So that's running right now until I get around to dealing with the full size game. Need to get some artwork and stuff. As far as things we've been working on, I think I finally actually maybe really fixed Defender. It turned out to be part of the reset circuit that was throwing random resets on it. So I let it run for like 10 hours over the last couple days, and it seems to be fine. So doing good there. And I've been working on the lunar lander PCB since I sold my other lunar lander, the one that was the asteroids conversion. And I have a second lunar lander in the garage that's a actual dedicated one. And I've been going through the PCB because that was just sitting out in someone's front yard for years and has been corroded to hell. And I've actually got the thing booting now.
Really?
It was a huge pain, but it is booting and it's playing blind with the vector generator disabled. I found some bad counters in it earlier today and got it to not reset with the vector generator, but it's still drawing garbage. So I need to figure that out, but I'm getting close to getting that PCB working.
That's exciting. Lunar Lander, I think, is probably one of my favorite vector games of all time. I just like, you know me, and when it comes to like space, like I'm a huge, like I'm collecting visits to space shuttles. Like I've only got two of the shuttles left, kind of thing. And I think Lunar Lander is one of those games that I think if somebody offered me one or I could put one in my collection, I wouldn't say no.
Well, I've got another pile of Lunar Lander parts in the garage.
Well, I think what's going to end up happening for that with me, because I've got this dream of somehow integrating some form of Lunar Lander into my Asteroids Deluxe cocktail, my upright cocktail, because I think that would be, Lunar Lander's cool and fun, but I think like there's something about having that on the upright cocktail and it's swapping back and forth on sides.
You need to use an Asteroids PCB.
Yeah. When I have one, I have a spare. I can totally do that and get that. Well, there's a mod kit, or a multi kit for that.
Yes. That's how I ran my previous Lunar Lander, the one that I sold.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, or I started a thread on this on Claw a long time ago, and it's, if you've ever seen like network broadcast control panels, they've got this one little tiny. Do you know what I'm talking about? They've got that.
It looks like Scotty.
It's a T-handle.
The transporter.
Yeah. There is definitely a way to integrate one of those because you can buy them from Adafruit. Really, there's a way to integrate one of. There's a couple of people have done it now.
The only way to play Lunar Lander is with a real control panel.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
The last thing for our channel is we actually did a video for the first time in forever where we... I
got a button for this. I got to... Wait.
Yeah, thank you. We finally did a video. We did our yearly go around the arcade.
And then bought more games right after and made it null and void.
That's how you do it.
It was not even 24 hours after we released the video that the Donkey Kong showed up.
Why waste my time watching it? Sorry.
But we do that because we like to be able to go back and watch them later on and see exactly how the arcade has grown and changed year over year. So it's fun. We actually, before we did it, we watched some of our old ones. I saw a comment I made where I was like, it's a pipe dream that I'd be able to find Inferno, Joust 2, Star Rider. And 2 years later, all three of those are in the arcade. So that was a very cool thing to see.
You need a tail gunner now.
Yeah, that's not on the list.
Wow, that's like one of the best vector games ever made, and you don't want a tail gunner?
Price per fun ratio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Get a tail gunner 2 and add it to your cockpit lineup.
No, nobody wants to play tail gunner 2.
Well, you're the speed freak and you love Lunar Lander. That doesn't make any sense.
What's a speed? Oh, speed freak. Yeah.
Yeah, like and Lunar Lander is the slowest vector.
Yeah, but there's something about crashing into the moon. Just when you
and it tells you
how
many hundreds of millions of dollars you just wasted.
Yeah. But like,
so you're telling me you just suck at Lunar Lander?
No. I don't suck at it. It's just like there's something about Lunar Lander. There's something about
he's
Lunar
trying to play it with
Asteroids
Deluxe cocktail controls instead of a thruster.
Well, I haven't built that yet, but there's something about like, because my buddy Craig's got a Lunar Lander. Actually, my buddy Adam's got one too. There's something about thinking that you have come in just for the perfect landing, and the game is like, no, you can give me another.
No, that's skill issue.
That's skill. Yeah, 100%. Oh man.
Well, I'm excited. It's been too long since I've been to Retro Robotics. I got all these parts for you and stuff I got to pick up from you.
Are we getting a video
looking
out of you
forward
guys
to-
hanging out together?
Maybe make it members only, possibly.
Well, not even that, but like YouTube channels can both upload a video together now.
It is a pain. It is.
I don't
Doesn't
care.
work the way
Figure it
it's
out. The
supposed to.
people want it. You two showing up and both of your channels getting the same video uploading. Only one of you has to film it. Only one of you has to edit it. Figure it out. Probably.
You know, it's really dumb.
There's some games here you got to try out.
Yeah.
You know, it's really dumb.
Like Inferno.
YouTube won't let you do it for live streams.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if this was able to go to all 4 of our channels?
It would be great. But nobody
Yeah,
likes
YouTube
TikTok,
won't.
so.
No, Kay's got a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, my 40,000 followers don't like TikTok.
All right.
I
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Kay, why don't you give us again your sort of ordinary updates and then your dream come true update?
Yeah. My dream.
Unless
come
you're
true
worried
is-
it's going to jinx you.
My dream come true is putting Chance in a sharpshooter. Okay, so
6 more super chats for that.
yes, hint, people. So starting from, I guess, the most mundane to the most exciting, some of the more recent TikTok videos that people do watch, Chance
Yes.
videos. I put out some repair videos on a Fast and Furious Super Bikes, an Arctic Thunder, and the firepower pinball machine that I've had for, I don't know, 3 years, that I finally got on and did the repairs on and put out, which is currently for sale. That one was quite a pain, but I did get it going, and it is a nice piece. It is a nice looking piece of work. It turned out beautifully. So that 3-year project is finally coming to a head, and you can see the work I did to it on my TikTok.
Isn't that like the best feeling ever when it's just been sitting there like at the 50-yard line and you're so close to it being done, and now it's just done and it's out of the way? Like you don't know what to do with yourself.
I've had it sitting up front and center. Like I'm not putting it back into the pile. I'm coming back to it for the last couple months, and
It's been there just mocking you the whole time.
yeah. It's just having parts just sitting on it. It's just been in the way, honestly, since December. And yeah, there's a joke there. We're going to leave that alone. But
yeah,
moving on. Projects that I picked up recently. I picked up a Gorf from an antique store.
What?
It was just there.
Can you explain that pickup to the audience, please? Because I want to know more. Normally, when you walk into an antique store, they want like crazy stupid money, like $150 Canadian for a Ms. Pac-Man marquee that's completely weathered and not worth $5.
Yep.
No, I saw an ad for it, and it was $200, non-working. I assume I'd never plugged it in or anything.
Were they going out of business?
No, it was the only machine that was in there. But I just went and looked at it, and cosmetically, it's not bad at all. I went ahead and grabbed it, and I gave it a once over before I threw it in the project pile. And the power supply, like one of the capacitors had just a hole in it, a bunch of stuff leaking out of it. So I can tell the power supply is certainly no good. I dug around in my parts pile. I've got an adapter to throw a switching power supply in it, so I'll probably just put that in there at some point just to see what kind of shape everything else is in. But it's complete.
Nice.
And nothing else in there looks, horribly corroded or anything like that. So I could at least use that to see what kind of shape everything else is in. So it's a decent looking machine, not a bad pickup for $200.
Do you know Gorf is frog spelled backwards?
Oh my god!
Just a little fun fact for you.
Also picked up a Cruisin' USA that's playing blind, mostly because it doesn't have a chassis in it. A Mispack project, vertically collapsed. Otherwise, it's playing just fine. A Special Criminal Investigation. The monitor needs to be rebuilt, and the steering opto isn't working. A Defender that it tries to boot, but I think the power supply is just not kicking out enough voltage. It was measuring at like 4.6. So it just boots to garbage.
It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough. I could probably just clean the pins because it probably just has it's just so dirty. It's kicking. It's got too much resistance and not giving enough power. But it's in the project pile. I'll get to that later. That's the story of everything I pick up is I throw it in the pile and get to it later. That's why I have over 200 machines of just things I'll get to later.
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah, those are things. That's stuff that's just joined the pile recently. Those are all things that I'll make videos on, and you'll see later on down the line on the TikTok that apparently no one watches, according to Chance.
I didn't say nobody watches. I just did they sell that yet to an American buyer? Can you watch TikTok in the United States again? Is it banned still?
It was banned for 20 minutes one time.
Oh, okay.
It's banned in Chance's household.
It is banned in my household. Our literally server level TikTok will not work because I have too many friends who have kids, and when we come over and we all hang out, where instead of hanging out with everybody or playing games or like doing stuff with the other kids, they sit on the couch and they're just like.
This is why your wife has a VPN that you don't know about.
Oh, so the kids are on the couch and they're quiet. Oh, that sounds terrible.
No, we're encouraging them so like 3 or 4 of my friends, when they all come over, they all have kids. We have like arcade things, or we like water fight out in the park, or like it's cool. Like Uncle Chance is the coolest uncle that they all have.
Creepy Uncle Chance.
No, not creepy Uncle Chance. I'm the one who teaches them how to use fireworks and dynamite. Are you kidding me? And guns. Anyway. So, but like it was funny because kids would come over and like 2 or 3 of them would just be sitting there on their phones or their iPads, like scrolling through TikTok. And it's like, guys, hang out with us. We're cooking burgers. We're doing things. We're playing.
Guys, look at my F4 cockpit. Isn't it cool?
Yeah. Actually, a fun fact. Every single one of them is like, is Uncle Chance done his racing sim yet? Like, can we drive it yet? Like, can we drive? Because they'll come downstairs and they'll see it. Or they'll see like where its progress is, and it's like they've never seen it before. They just lose their mind. So anyway,
you're gonna be so mad when they break the fiberglass.
Fiberglass, that thing's carbon fiber, man. That thing ain't going nowhere.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Kids are just anthropomorphic entropy.
Yeah, it's true.
They're also just buckets of disease. But
yeah,
I encourage people to leave their kids at home. Anyway, 2 days ago was also Prime Arcade's 13th anniversary.
We need the applause again.
Thank you. 13 years ago.
That's a scary number, apparently.
13 years and 2 days ago, I put out a Craigslist ad, and I consider that to be the birth of Prime Arcade. So
misconnections?
Yeah.
Lowered expectations?
Absolutely.
Anyone remember that from Mad TV? Lowered expectations?
Oh, yeah.
Is that just me? Okay, cool.
And I'm trying out a new thing because people message me on TikTok all the time asking for free diagnosis and repair advice.
I get that so much.
And so I have put basically a subscription service on TikTok where basically if you want me to diagnose your machine, you can pay me to do so. So I'm trying that out. It's $20 a month, and you can ask me as many questions as you want.
So what you're saying,
considering I'm $75 an hour in person, I think $20 a month is a pretty fair price.
Has anyone been footing that bill? Like I've been getting the bill, but I've just been passing it off to Liam. Is that like anyway, what you're saying is the numerous people that contact me on the Canadian Arcade channels, because I just I don't have time, I should be pointing them towards you.
If you're not monetizing your friendships, you're not trying, Chance.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
But it's smart. It's like having a lawyer on retainer, right?
Okay.
Having a professional to, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, but it's always been my thing to give. Like if I have to go out of my way to learn something or figure something out, I'm going to document it. I'm going to give it back. That's the genesis of where my content has always come from, which is totally fine. I just don't have time to solve other people's problems. Otherwise it becomes the shoemaker's children. So, but Kay, if you're telling me that you have subscriptionized your advice, that's brilliant. I'm going to start sending people your way.
But here's the thing. Kay is an actual professional. We're just amateurs.
Oh, top seeded amateurs at best. Yeah, absolutely.
But Kay does this for a living. So kudos
Yeah.
to you. I like
Yeah.
it.
23 years of experience. I decided to actually put it to work. Basically, just because so many people are always asking the question, finally I'll have a response to be like, yes, I have a paid service for that, rather than no, go away.
Yeah.
Because it's always someone that's, up on the other side of the country that's just sending me pictures of something like, why is my game broken?
Well,
Give me
now,
money and I'll tell you why.
Now when extended family members, you catch up with them at a family reunion or something, they ask you what's going on, you can tell them I sell private content online.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There you go. There you go.
I
And also,
I have a button for this too. Hold on, wait.
The other reason that this is important, Kay, is because grails ain't cheap.
No.
Right?
Before you segue into that, I do have one other thing.
Oh.
That's not a bad segue,
Okay.
but one more thing. In addition to selling my expertise, I have also sold myself in other ways. I have become an influencer.
Okay.
So TikTok has a deal where you can get free samples of things, and if you make a video advertising said thing, you get to keep the sample and you don't have to pay for it. Now,
they don't give you any money on top of that. That you just use to keep the sample.
Well, you can get commissions too, but
okay.
Everything that I've been offered in the past was something that made absolutely no sense for what it is that I do, because it would be like women's jewelry or like dog beds or something that has absolutely nothing to do with what I do.
You just got to get creative, right?
It'd be like vitamin supplements.
Like Mr. T with the bling.
We're like, shut up, fool! Give me money. They finally offered me something, like a company offered me something that made sense for what I do, and it was a multimeter and oscilloscope.
Oh, there we go.
Put into one. I was like, hell yeah, send me that. I can do something with that. And
until it electrocutes you.
Well, they sent it to me, and I didn't want to advertise it unless it was something worth advertising. So the video that I made for it,
your credibility is priceless.
Yeah, absolutely. My reputation is on the line here. So the video that I made was me comparing it to side by side to the Fluke that I have.
Oh.
And so I did measurements of various things on all of its functions. So I did like resistance check on a couple different things. I did voltage checks and diode checks and all kinds of things. And the measurements were actually pretty accurate on every single thing that I did. So the price point that it is much cheaper than a Fluke, but its accuracy is pretty close to it. So it's not bad for like a mid-tier multimeter.
Hot take. Fluke is overpriced.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah.
Not going to disagree with that. And I haven't tested the oscilloscope function just because.
Oh, shut up. I work for NASA. Come on. Fluke is overpriced. For the average arcade person, Kay is absolutely correct. Fluke is this. Okay.
If you're just measuring, the 5-volt coming from your power supply and you're just checking on the edge connector or whatever, your $10 multimeter from Harbor Freight's going to do the job. But
90% of us just do that.
Just get them on eBay. Just get something used on eBay and get a much nicer multimeter.
Yeah.
But hold on. Okay, does this multimeter have a mode where it will like talk to you? Like it'll say, 5 volts DC or something like that.
It does like beep at you for,
okay.
Continuity, but it doesn't say anything like that.
Okay.
I haven't tested the oscilloscope function because I haven't had anything to actually use an oscilloscope for, but presumably it does oscilloscope too, so I think that's pretty neat.
The reason I mentioned
it is full logic probe in it.
It doesn't have a logic probe function now, but
yeah.
The reason I mentioned the audio is because there are some really cheap ones that do, and it has the most ridiculous accent you'll ever hear, and it's like but it's like digitized as the most ridiculous accent. Anyway,
so I made that video. It did some numbers, and I actually did make a couple commissions because a few people did buy it, so that was neat.
Oh.
And I actually accepted a couple of other samples too, which I haven't made videos for, but I got a thermal camera, which I will have a use for because, if you're if you've got something where a part is overheating and you don't want to put your hand on it and figure out what it is, I've got a camera that I can just point and see what's overheating.
Is it plug into your phone, or is it like its own separate piece?
No, it's just a standalone. It's got a little it's got a screen on it. So it is worth like this sells for like $150, so I got one for free. That's pretty neat.
Very useful.
That's very useful. Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you come back next episode and bring Charlie? Let's make a note of that. I would really like to know more about said thermal camera after you've gotten a good couple of months use out of it.
All right. They say it's
like
still in the box, so.
How many 4116 Rams have you found that are bad?
Yeah. So it's going to be perfect for stuff like that because, you know, I can
which bottle cap on the bottom of this vector monitor doesn't work.
And also just a sander.
Yeah.
You know, just a basic sanding tool.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah, nothing fancy, but you know, it's free, so I'll just have to make a video of me using it, be like, oh look, I'm sanding the side of this machine. You should buy one. And I get to keep it for free.
This member of our gang is no longer part of it, so we're taking off his tattoo. Here's a nice sander.
Yeah, just hold him by the arms and just grind it off his forehead, you know, whatever. But yeah, you know, I sold myself out for free stuff, and I'll do it again. I don't care.
There you go. There you go. How's it feel? I'm proud of you.
Yes, I am too. Yes.
But if you want to make your segue now, I can continue on.
And speaking of which, you know, grails aren't cheap. So what's going on there, Kay?
So I've mentioned multiple times I would really like a RoboCop pinball machine. And Liam has found several of them in various places over time and sent me the link.
Yes, he has.
And they're always all across the country in different places.
It's like you morons sending me ice cold beer things. It's so frustrating.
I love sending people the things that they're looking for.
Yeah, how dare he?
Hours of, like, we've had a RoboCop show up here lately, and I didn't even bother sending it to you because I was like, this is stupid. There's no way
the RoboCop he sent me is in freaking Pennsylvania.
It's close enough, I guess, but it's not on the other side of a border.
It's across a lot of state borders.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a big deal.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
I partially withdraw my comment.
Yeah, you should fully. Anyway. The deal has been made. It has been paid for in full. The shipping company has been paid for. He actually sent me a video today of him going all the way through it, just ensuring, you know, he had already sent videos and stuff of him going through all the switches and lights and everything that he's done through it.
It's all fully working?
Yeah, absolutely. There's been some mods and stuff done to it too, so it's this thing is beautiful. It's a very nice.
Can I ask
machine.
a dumb question?
Nothing's ever stopped it before.
Better than anyone I know, yeah.
What if it has termites?
Not in Pennsylvania.
Liam looks like he's like either frozen or checked. No, he's there. Yeah, he heard that. Okay, cool. It wasn't
Liam,
intentional.
When I put him in the sharpshooter, would you like to stomp on the back of his head?
My God.
I don't want to think about termites.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he's breaking it down. He's doing the prep work to break it down tomorrow. He's going to send like pictures and videos of that as well, because he's going to do all the prep work so that whenever the movers come, they can just wrap it and put it on the pallet and it's good to go. So apparently this is not his first rodeo of shipping stuff before, so I'm glad he's done it. Apparently he's sold stuff to Charlie too. So
really? Oh, yeah. This is
We'll be right
he's
back.
like in Allentown. Jake is his name, right?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah,
Jake the Snake.
He's the guy. No,
yeah, Jake the Snake sold me a RoboCop.
Jake is the guy that I got
the only wrestler I know.
The miniature, like the knockoff Moppet cabinet from. And so I was driving through the area. I was driving back, I think, from my parents or something. And Allentown's on the way, you know, from New England to Virginia, and he had it listed for sale. And all I wanted was the monitor. And I'm like, I will pay you your full asking price for this cabinet, but all I want is the monitor. And he's like, nope, you got to get rid of this cabinet too. So that thing's been sitting in my garage for 5 years.
I understand that.
Wow.
If he doesn't want to deal with getting rid of the cabinet, I would have done the same thing.
I should have stopped at the dump on the way.
I'm making this your problem. Get this out of here.
Yeah,
I've done the same thing. I get that.
That was a good transaction though. But so is there a pickup date has been set?
No, I just paid the shipping company. They haven't even contacted me to I filled out the form and put all the information, but I don't even know if they have his phone number yet to even contact him for a pickup date yet. But it's also the weekend,
Using
so
Dumb
Beltman or something
question.
else?
Dumb question. What is the driving time if you were to go get it?
probably somewhere between 18-22 hours one way.
Yeah, no.
No. I'm not saying you do, but like I just in because like the distance from you guys is so. Well, we're not the furthest away from each other.
Let me
Kay, you're
see.
farther away than we are. I think. Is that?
I don't know.
I'd have to look at the map.
Might be relatively equitable.
Sorry, I was wrong. It is a 25-hour drive.
Oh my
nonstop
God.
one way.
So you'd have to tack on hotels and all that.
Yeah, it is.
Freight.
It is 1,810 miles.
Freight all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast and all for the win.
Road
Wow.
trip.
Yeah. I'm having it shipped to a terminal to me, so I can just go pick it up.
So, so to the terminal, so you're not like lift gate to the front door of the house kind of
No,
thing.
no, I'll just have it shipped to the terminal. I'll just pick it up myself. This is a little bit cheaper that way because the local terminal is just down the road from me. And
I can picture that.
They'll
day
forklift it straight into my truck. So
yeah, I can picture that day you pulling up in your white little pickup with the biggest smile on your face, like you're so excited. This is gonna be sweet, dude.
You gonna be wearing a RoboCop t-shirt?
We're gonna need a pickup video.
Holding a bug bomb in one hand.
Is he creating it?
I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be palleted. But
Okay.
that's all it's gonna need. Yeah, it'll be wrapped and blanketed and just strapped to a pallet. But that's all I expected. And
Nice.
yeah, they'll just forklift the pallet onto the back of my truck. It's not the first time I've picked up a pinball from a terminal, but it'll be the first time that I'm taking it to myself and not somebody else.
Who's your shipping company?
Fastenal.
Fastenal? Is it Fastenal?
No, it's Beltman STL.
Oh, Beltman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What mods does it have?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's just minor stuff. It's just like cosmetic type stuff.
So you know what I'm really excited about? So you got your Grail, and Chance got his Grail, and Liam got his Grail, the Donkey Kong.
Did I get my Grail?
So that tells me that there's a Spy Hunter sit down waiting for me in the next couple of days.
Whoa! I didn't get my last game. I still have
your Wild Gunman thumbprint. That's your Grail.
No. That's finishing a game that like it's poetic that I have.
Poetry.
My final actual game is an ICB.
Okay. You've got a couple in a bucket just below you.
There's one like 30 minutes north of me. I'll give you a link if you want to buy it and ship to you.
I literally.
This is the spot right here where my Spy Hunter sit down is going to go one day. Right there.
I can totally understand the logistics of calling up like CH Freight and like shipping something over the border and like doing all of that. I would absolutely more than anything love to add an ice cold beer to my collection. I think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen locally. And I don't know. I'm just not. I'm in the market, but I'm not in the market. Like you just literally put that link to the ice cold beer in our private chat, didn't you? Didn't you?
Where's this one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not buying games right now. Oh, what is it? I need to buy a 5090 graphics card.
Oh, here's another one that's close by.
Oh my god!
It's missing the marquee.
This one's much nicer.
Ooh,
I literally have. So Brian Armitage from Paradise Arcade, the guy who's doing the reproduction ice cold beers, I literally have his cocktail armor attack sitting in my basement. It's been there since for 5 years because we did a pickup video on it. That's part of the whole deal is like I'm gonna make a deal with him for a new ice cold beer in exchange for like shipping him his armor attack.
You should look at the second link I posted you, Chance. It's really nice.
Here's the deal. Chance.
Is it
that second one is very close to me. I could pick it up for you if you.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes from me.
It would not inconvenience me. It's between my home and my work.
You can pick it up and keep it.
$3,500 American for an ice cold beer.
Hey, I'll pick it up for you. I'll play it for a couple of months, and whenever you want to come down to pick it up, It's yours.
I'm not paying $3,500 American.
Why not? That's what I just picked up. That's what I just paid for a RoboCop.
What is the? Yeah, but that's completely different. Okay, what is 3,500?
Ice cold beer is basically
USD,
a pinball machine.
That's $4,760 Canadian.
That's what, like 3,500 American?
What?
Wow, you did that math quick. Good job.
Depends on the exchange rate.
That is the exchange rate. $4,760 Canadian and 41 cents. I just
Grails ain't cheap. You need to start selling your content.
You know what? I gotta start selling myself at that point. I'm gonna go out downtown,
get
Calgary
remonetized
in a spaghetti dress with like some heels.
Unblock TikTok. Start dancing in front of the camera.
You know what I could do? I could start sitting on cakes for Japanese businessmen. I think that would be a relatively easy way to make some money.
Is that a mukbang? All right, we are off the rails here.
Feet pics. Wayne just did the math too. Yeah, 47,059.81. Like I don't know what exchange he did, but like I just did it in my head. Oh yeah, plus import fee. No, oh god, import fees. They were. Oh, by the way, from a country who doesn't understand what a tariff is, they've repealed the tariff on Canadians importing coin-op devices from the United States. Here's a little bit of news for you. I was trying to import a change machine from Florida. Just recently, I was like pricing it all out.
You're willing to import a change machine, but not a nice cold beer?
It's not my pocketbook doing it if it happens. Anyway, I was looking at it for a project that might be upcoming, and I was like, you know what? I was like,
thanks, Cameron, for the $199 million super chat donation. That puts us over the top. That gets us 10. Not only has Chance been muted, he will also be the lucky recipient of a patented Stone Cold Stunner from Stone Cold K. Austin. So thank you, Cameron. We have now hit our second goal and only a couple more until so the stunner might have to be the setup move in this situation, and then the sharpshooter will be the.
That's right. I'm going to hit him with the stunner, and then when he's on his back crying, I'm going to flip him over. And
are you speaking English to me? Like I don't even understand what these things are.
You'll find out.
I'm right there with you, Chance. I don't know what is happening.
The ref is going to slip you a blade, and you're going to have to get some color.
It'll be a very pleasant surprise for you.
I haven't stabbed a Texan in a very long time.
And you're going to continue that streak. I'm going over.
This is going to be a no disqualification, false count everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
And listen, the pay-per-view takings will cover your ice cold beer.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, I've seen some of those, like, in the last couple of years. Like, who is that one MMA fighter who he's the little short Irish guy that everybody.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Talking about Mr. Proper 12?
Yes.
Who?
Yes. That's his whiskey line.
Yeah.
Literally, all they do is put up these big fights on HBO.
Connor
McDavid, yeah.
Conor McGregor.
No.
Conor McGregor. Conor McDavid's a hockey player in Edmonton. If I'm going to make millions of dollars on this, like, let's go.
You're going to make tens of dollars on this in this Texas death match.
So, fun fact, I would really like to visit Texas again sometime soon. I miss Texas. Texas is above and beyond one of my favorite places on the planet. I don't know about Odessa, but like Texas for the most part is.
You must be talking about a different part than
this.
This
yeah,
you can take my next trip to Texas instead of me. How about that?
So why are you going to Texas?
Work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a win.
He joined the rodeo.
He did? Oh.
Now he's on his after tea beverage, so he's going to get a little spicy.
Did you
say why don't you come down for the pinball festival in a couple weeks?
No. I
come down to Pinfest instead.
I really do need to go to the States again sometime soon. I haven't been to Hawaii in forever, and that's like my home away from home.
It's hard to bring home games from Hawaii, though.
You know what I was considering? I've done multiple times. I've done the math of what it would take to relocate and like put my entire collection into sea cans and then ship them over.
And then have them fall off the boat.
Ugh, could you imagine?
then-
Oh my god.
And then pay for electricity in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's the one thing that would destroy it. I'd be turning on my collection even less than I am now. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not making it down to the States anytime soon. We're thinking of going to. We're going somewhere for my wife's birthday in a couple of months, but I won't talk about that yet.
Because you
Make
don't
that
want to
somewhere
spoil the surprise
Pinfest.
for her.
Oh no, she knows. She's the one planning the trip. We went to Belgium to Spa-Francorchamps for my 40th birthday a couple of years ago.
Is this being planned around a Taylor Swift tour?
No, surprisingly not. We're not doing any Taylor Swift stuff for this at all. She's not touring anymore. Her tour is done. But like it's like, okay, wife, pick from your childhood the best place that you want to go. Because like I got to go to Spa.
Legoland.
I got to go to Spa. I get to watch cars like in anger race up Eau Rouge Radeon. So like that was it for me. That was bucket list. So we're kind of now figuring out where she wants to go. We've got a couple of places, but anyway, we'll get to there soon. Main topic. Or Kay, do you have any more?
Nope, that's it. I got a
That's it?
RoboCop. And
An hour and
for money.
15 minutes in, we'll get to our main topic.
Well,
I
no,
had a-
that to
I
be
had a
clear,
segue ready to quick draw.
hold on. To be clear, we had 3 main topics for this episode. We had
Yeah.
Liam's topic, which I was going to talk more about your pickup and how proud I am of you, but we won't get into the details of that because you just wanted to crap on Nintendo. Kay getting his all-time GRAIL, which it makes me so happy that you finally got that because that's pretty damn cool. And
that being said, I don't have it yet. I mean, I know it's going to be shipped here and everything, but like, what if the truck explodes or something?
or
I
there's
hope we didn't
termites.
jinx it.
Look, it's not gonna happen. Like second time's the charm. We're not gonna. You'll be fine.
Especially
It'll be
since
fine.
it's been paid for this time. Like, it better.
I believe.
You'll be fine. If not, this clip is going to be in the next episode with black and white or sepia all over the screen, and me quoting what
The
if there's
GTA
termites.
5 wasted on it.
That was, I love that you can joke about that now. Like, anyway. Oh, don't worry, Chance. Danielle will make you a U.S. citizen soon enough. Yeah, it's actually a viable thing. There's a potential that Alberta might become a U.S. state.
I was gonna say, is that an Alberta independence joke right there?
No, I don't know. We've got
I mean,
oil.
you know,
You want it?
Alberta is the Texas of Canada,
Look,
and Texas declared independence and then became a state.
that is
So-
true. I've got to say, I just so
We'll
it's
do it again.
the topics out of the way. I personally don't feel Canadian. I feel like I'm an Albertan. I'm not.
Texas
a
did
Canadian,
it
I'm an
twice,
Albertan.
Kay.
Texas did it twice. Texas has literally had 6.
South
different
shall rise
flags.
again.
It became a state twice.
Yeah, Texas has had 6 flags. That's where the theme park name comes from.
There you go. So, speaking of our third topic, this
Ooh.
was technically supposed to be last month's second topic, and we were so just into it that we totally overlooked it. But this actually does relate to what we were talking about in the previous episode, which actually did really, really well, guys. I don't know if you all ever go and check the ratings, but let me go and look. I think it's our second highest viewed
Excellent.
episode ever. Yeah, and it was about the death, so-called, of Arcade 1-Up. And I'm telling you, anytime we put Arcade 1-Up there, and it will draw that crowd in because they're so starved for content, that audience. So I might have to do, because I technically have 3 Arcade 1-Up machines in my house.
No,
Yeah, I might have to do something where I destroy them.
please fill. Okay, yeah.
But so,
That'll work.
Yeah.
what we were going to talk about last time, what we are going to talk about right now is,
Sorry,
for
I had an
us-
idea. Do you remember that guy who did the What's Inside with his kid? Like, he opens that What's Inside YouTube channel, and he
that
cut
when they
Yeah,
saw
saw
the
the part
cut
of
him his
Pac-Man in
Pac-Man
half.
inside. Can you cut a 1-Up in half?
with a butter knife?
No, like realistically, like chop a 1-Up in half. Can you imagine if you
It wouldn't. So, like, if I took I have a chainsaw, I have a
Oh!
bunch of different cutting
You
tools.
wouldn't even need
It
that. You
won't
just need like a
survive.
sawzall.
Yeah, I was just saying, I've got a Sawzall if you want to borrow it.
stare at
It
it for
would-
half an hour?
It would,
Like,
anyway, maybe.
Probably karate
Oh,
chop it, honestly.
That'd be so awesome. You would.
What's
do
up, Yo
so
80?
well.
What's up, Pirate Wiggins? One of the reasons why we as coin-op purists, right? So we all obviously have an affinity, a shared passion for original, classic, vintage, coin-operated games of the 80s and other illustrious decades. One of the reasons why it's so important, it's not just the CRT, it's not just the nicotine aroma, it's also the importance of actual game-specific controls, right?
Yes.
So if I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about, okay, well, you can relatively well reproduce a joystick at home on MAME, on a console, PC emulation, something like that. But there's a bunch of games here that, for even just simply Robotron, twin stick shooter, right? You'd have to rig up something to have two joysticks, but that's possible. You have,
Or just use the arrow keys in WASD.
but that's not the same. That's tactile, not the same.
I'm so happy you have a Nintendo cabinet now so that you can literally understand the difference between Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong with a real joystick.
Yeah.
I guarantee
at
you
the
I will
height.
not.
Oh, come
There-
on.
The spinner.
Out of
the
spite, he will not.
Oh.
What's up, Neil? The spinner that's on Tempest.
Emotional damage.
The trackball that's on Centipede. And not only that, the flight stick on Red Baron.
Sorry, did you
And
say Bubbles yet?
But here I was about to get to that because it's not just, hey, it's an actual joystick. It's the specific joystick designed for that specific game, right?
No. I think you're sorry.
Action.
I think it's the game that was programmed with the hardware that they had or had in mind while they were programming the game. That's the real thought.
Well, it's like you were just saying, playing Donkey Kong with the wrong joystick doesn't feel right.
No.
Right? It needs to be the correct four-way restricted Nintendo joystick.
Sorry, Liam and I have had this argument on the Discord very recently. Buttons too. The buttons are wholly part of it. Not even just
not
the
as
sound.
much as the joystick. I agree with you, but not as much as the joystick.
No,
Not
you
as
can't
much.
say
I
that.
can't roll my eyes hard enough.
No. Hold on. You can't say that. Specifically Nintendo buttons. The Nintendo button, okay, yes, they're made out of a nylon plastic. They're a little bit different. They're different. The concave on the top of a Nintendo button, there's a feel to it. The height of the top hat of the button, the way that it works, it is the exact same thing.
Okay.
Even the buttons that have the roller switches in them.
Chance. I bought Nintendo buttons. I had them side by side with the regular buttons that are in the machine.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this, if you press a regular arcade button, it goes down and clicks. If you press a Nintendo button, it goes down and it clicks.
You haven't achieved the level of craft beer snobbery that is Nintendo collector owner yet.
But we're not talking about craft beer snobbery. We're talking about games that do not function well unless you have the proper hardware.
Absolutely.
If you're a world champion Donkey Kong player, you're gonna notice a difference.
Yeah.
If you're Joe Schmo who goes to an arcade bar and plays a Donkey Kong, they're not going to care. But if you go to an arcade bar and you try to play Tron with a pair of joysticks, you're going to notice.
Raise that bar just a little bit higher. No.
Imagine playing Sinistar with a short, skinny Wicco.
Raise that bar just a little bit higher because I swear to God, like, when I play DK, like, again, I'm not a crazy high-scoring Donkey Kong player. I'm just not. For some reason, I can't hit a certain.
How many screens can you clear?
I know I'm not yet a 100,000 point player. Okay.
That's okay. I can clear 15K, maybe.
Perfect. When you start getting into the 50,
did you ever make it to the second screen?
When you start getting into 60,000 points in Donkey Kong, you will realize that the difference, just even the way that you kind of like preload the button, it makes a difference. So like, okay, Liam, I swear to God, in the Nintendo manual, if you look very, very closely, there is a section for how to adjust the little lever on the micro switch for the Nintendo buttons. If you set that up properly, you will start to see that your response time and your action time is better. Because again, going back to the whole genesis of this topic, the controls that were developed or they had for the game as they were developing the game, that's what matters the most. So like I would completely 100% say that the buttons on a Nintendo control panel are just as valuable as the joystick.
I would say the joystick is more important, but I still agree with what you're saying.
Sometimes yes. Sometimes yes.
But we're going back to, this is craft beer snobbery, right? Like you're making a lot of effort to talk about Donkey Kong and Nintendo buttons, when in reality,
pick a different game,
button is a button. The action is relatively the same. A joystick, yes, there's more difference, but like compare the accurate controls of a Donkey Kong with something like Sinistar. You can play Sinistar with an 8-way.
You can, but not as well. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. But like,
you're literally losing something.
Yeah. Okay, but the same is
if you're playing Donkey Kong with a 4-way Wiko, you still have 4 directions.
True.
You have the full range of action that's available to you in that game. If you're playing Sinistar with an 8-way, you're losing 41 settings.
Oh no, agreed. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think we're probably fighting the same thing here because like, but again, like you call like a Wiko like a cheater joystick on a Donkey Kong. That's totally fine. Let's look at. I guess my argument here is it's not always just the joystick; it's also the buttons. Okay, so we've lost Kay. Let's say track and field. There's an argument to be made. This is actually track and field is probably a bad example because there's a multi-layer argument here.
Trackball game.
The trackball versus the buttons with the extra little guard on top.
Versus my inability to care about that game.
Well, okay, fair. And
versus the Play Choice 10 version, which you only use a single button.
Yes. So maybe here's a hot take. Okay, Ultimark. Do you guys know the company Ultimark?
Yep.
Okay. Ultimark primarily makes controls for MAME cabinets.
For BYOAC people.
Exactly. I would argue, and I do have this on all of my Neo Geo cabinets, on all of on my track and field and on my Neo Geo, I have Ultimark gold leaf switches. Not because it's not easier to play. It's the same as the leaf switches on like a regular leaf switch button. But the Ultimark gold leafs are just, if those had been around during the time of those games' creation, I almost guarantee you that the creators of those games would have used that button rather than a leaf switch button. It's so much better on a Neo Geo, especially any shmup games. An Ultimark gold leaf switch, I swear to God, if you are listening to this and you have Ultimark gold leaf buttons floating around, or you have a vague curiosity about this, go out and just get a couple of them and replace, like on a Konami cabinet, replace a leaf switch button with a gold leaf button. It is night and day better. That's it.
But you're the guy that wants to play Lunar Lander on an asteroids cocktail without a thruster control.
Okay. I feel that
and without a mission plexi.
Yeah, that's the one crux of the whole argument. I feel that I've always been the case that I come from a place in this hobby where when I first started, I didn't have a lot of space. And I do recognize that there are a lot of people out there, for one reason or another, want to have more games in their collection and don't have a lot of space for them. Or it's the wife-girlfriend argument, which I won't even entertain because I think that's just silly. I feel that if you have the opportunity, and it's really like having certain games and having them original the way they should be with the right controls is the important side of things. I feel that if you have the opportunity to put a multi-board in a game and it doesn't like really detract from the overall gameplay, and especially if the controls are the same, I think it's a great idea. I think having the Lunar Lander multi-board is interesting to me because I really like Lunar Lander. And I think that there's a missing piece out there for the cocktails, because I have one, that the asteroids cocktails could have Lunar Lander in them. I think that would be really cool. But I don't know what those controls actually look like. And that's kind of where that whole Lunar Lander thought came from.
And you're going to have that little slider from the the TV broadcast control panel.
I think that's the way to do it. I really do. Like,
is there space on an AD cocktail control panel for that?
There is on the right-hand side. There's just enough, I think, that you could put one in. But again, this comes back to the argument that I think we're all kind of well, all of us, but Kay, we're flipping back and forth on is that like, okay, what's the important point here? The important point here is, Liam, you said it yourself, that joystick that's on that Donkey Kong that you got was a cheater joystick, right?
Yes.
It's a cheater joystick. When I walk up into a location that has a 60-in-1 and it's got Donkey Kong, first thing on my mind is I want to put a score up on that Donkey Kong. There you go, King of Kong hot sauce. I want to put a score on that Donkey Kong. I know when I look, it's signed by.
Yeah, the DK is officially our stand for our Billy Mitchell hot sauce. That's what it is.
I know that if I see a 60-in-1 with Donkey Kong on it, I don't care about the other, some odd 50 games on there because it's more than 60 games. Is this more than 50? Anyway,
no, it's 60.
It's 60 on the nose, right? Yeah. Oh, but it's but some of the games
if you count the doubles.
If you count the doubles, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I see a Donkey Kong in like a bar or a location or a hairdresser or whatever. I'm going to go and I'm going to put a score on that Donkey Kong just to play Donkey Kong because I enjoy Donkey Kong. I know right away that score is not going to be great because it doesn't have Nintendo controls. I know that because I've played enough Donkey Kong where I need the Nintendo controls that were designed with the game.
Craft beer enjoy. You've got a Donkey Kong on every floor of your house.
I do. There's 3. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Well, no, that's actually not true anymore because the one
upstairs, still can't break 100K.
Yeah. No. I don't try every day, but like I don't have one on the. I've got to
play it every day.
Every often. I don't play it every day. No, absolutely not. I see it every day because like my red 5 slot is in the dining room and my purple multi-Kong that I made is in the basement. I see them every single day. The cocktail's on location now, so it's no longer upstairs on the top floor here. But I feel
in the master bathroom.
I would like to build a cabaret. Actually, there's a long story with that. I feel that when I walk up to a 60-in-1 or I walk up to an arcade game somewhere out in the wild and it's a 60-in-1 and I'm going to play Donkey Kong on it, I already know, I've already dismissed it, that I'm not going to put up one of the best scores that I've ever put up. Let's say I'm not going to put a score that's over 80,000 points on that with my skill level because I know that the controls, and maybe I'm dismissing it, but I know the controls are not responsive enough to handle that. Just 100%. That's my main argument.
What initials do you put in as a protest?
I don't. Chance CKJ. Those are my initials. Chance Kelly Johnson.
You don't put in a protest like
POS?
No, I put my initials.
BOO.
But again, it's a 60-in-1, so it's probably going to get erased the moment it turns off. I think
or switches to a different game.
Yeah. I think what's more interesting on this topic, to be honest with you, what's more interesting are the games that didn't do well because their controls were either confusing to the average person walking up to them or the controls didn't match the actual gameplay. So I guess the argument can be made that Street Fighter would have done a lot worse than it did and wouldn't have
the pneumatic.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, the first version of Street Fighter had big, giant bubble buttons that you would physically have to hit those buttons in order to activate the punches and the kicks.
Pressure sensitive.
Yeah. Really over-engineered, elaborate buttons. And I would argue that, I don't think there's much of an argument here, to be honest with you. I would say that Street Fighter would not have been the cultural phenomenon that it is. One of those games that all 4 of us have had non-arcade people say, do you have a Street Fighter? Oh, you're an arcade collector. Do you have a Street Fighter? It wouldn't be that way if they hadn't put regular buttons on the cabinet.
Like Nintendo could have done.
Oh, for the love of God.
It also wouldn't be that way if it weren't Street Fighter 2, because the original Street Fighter just blows.
Well, but that's the whole idea behind the original Street Fighter cabinets is it had those big pneumatic buttons. And then you look at other games that have had some very interesting controls over the years that were maybe not as as normalized in the arcade hobby. So let's say Sheriff.
Well, I wanted
Okay.
to ask you, Chance, which controls do you find confusing?
Do I like in general?
You were saying that there were controls that didn't make sense or weren't intuitive. So which controls confuse you?
I wouldn't say anything is confusing. Well, I mean, what is that? What is that game where you walk up to it? The Beachhead one where it's like Beachhead 2000.
The VR thing.
The VR thing, the big yellow.
Yeah, I've never played it.
It's not fun.
Because I've got counter examples.
Yeah.
Right. Because like, what's one of the most for a normal person? What's one of the most intimidating control panels?
Stargate.
Yeah.
I was going to say Defender, and then Stargate added another button.
100%.
And what's two of the best-selling games of all time? Defender and Stargate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Candle in the Wind is the greatest selling song of all time. Just because it is doesn't make it right. Like
is that intimidating and confusing to you too? Does that create confusing feelings inside of you?
Not at all. I don't know where this confusing and intimidating thing is. It's like at the end of the day.
Well, you said that there were games that didn't do well because the control.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
but that maybe not is a personal thing. I would feel that maybe
I'm trying to make it personal. Connect with the audience.
So like Sheriff didn't do well. Sheriff and Bandito didn't do well. As great as Sheriff is, one of the best Nintendo IPs of all time, in my humble opinion.
And it's got the egg timer control on it.
It's
Chance
so
with the opinions
so
today.
good. Hot takes all day long. Sheriff, I think, is one of the best. Can we call it a Bronze Age game? Pre-Donkey Kong, pre-Ms. Pac-Man games. Black and white. Well, no, mine's color. My Sheriff's color.
Color or overlay?
Color.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say Sheriff is probably arguably one of the best. So that is, for those who don't know, Sheriff is Nintendo's first original IP. It's the first game. I think it's the first game where, no, that was not Boot Hill. What's the previous game to Boot Hill?
Gunfight.
Yeah.
Gunfight was the first game where it's human on human fighting. I would say Sheriff's one of the best games possible, but it has one of the strangest control schemes ever. You're right. It's an egg timer. It's an 8-way joystick so you got a regular, joystick on the left, but on the right, you've got a knob that you turn to change the angle of the gun in all 8 directions, and you press it in to fire. It is
just like pulling a trigger. Just like
Yeah.
Doc Holliday.
It sounds horrible, but it's actually quite a bit entertaining. I find
it sounds horrible, but it's actually quite stupid.
Yeah, but it sounds horrible, but it's actually quite entertaining. If you get a chance to play a Bandito or a Sheriff, it's fun. So, I think the main idea behind this topic was what were some of the controls, some of the games that maybe didn't do well because their controls sucked, right?
No.
Like what?
Just a flat no.
Quantum
sucks.
It's
a trackball.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's got nothing to do
How
with
would you
controls.
fix that?
It's a bad game.
That's not the control's fault. It's the best control you could have had for that game.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, same thing with Street Fighter. The controls had nothing to do with that game. It's just a bad game.
Let's look at the show notes and see if Chance wrote his thoughts down here first. No, I don't think so.
Wow, that's literally a hot take from Kay.
The original Street Fighter? No, Street Fighter 1 is a bad game.
I'm gonna go with all fighting games. Bad.
Yeah, I
That's my
agree
hot
with
take.
Liam. All fighting games are garbage.
No, I disagree
Mortal
with that. Street
Kombat?
Fighter 2 is
Mortal
a good
Kombat's
game. Street Fighter 1
horrible.
is bad.
Mortal Kombat, the original one, is terrible.
Just
Primal
absolute
Rage 2.
Primal Rage.
Well, Primal Rage is terrible.
Worst offender.
As a fighting game fan, I can agree that Primal Rage is terrible.
Look,
Shaq Fu.
I dig. If I had to pick any,
It's not even an arcade game.
if Kay held me a
will
gunpoint
be
and said,
someday.
"Chance, I'm going to put you
I'll
on
make
an
it happen.
island. You get one fighting game, and it has to be a fighting game." Mortal Kombat 3 all day long. Everything else like garbage.
Mortal Kombat 3 is not even good.
Mortal Kombat 3 is the best Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat
No.
3 is Smoke, Cyrex, like literally the best Mortal
They're
Kombat.
just palette swaps.
Who
I
cares?
would play Mortal Kombat 4 before I played Mortal Kombat 3.
Who hurt you?
Mortal Kombat 3.
Are you talking about Mortal Kombat?
I have owned a Mortal Kombat 2 for over 15 years, and I've never made it past level 2.
Matt agrees with me. Primal Rage is terrible, but boy, is it fun because dinosaurs. I'll give Matt that.
There's
That's the only selling point.
Well, there's another dinosaur-based fighting game. I forget what it was, but Brandon from Off-World Arcade was streaming it on Twitch. I forget the name of it. And you literally have like little humans like running around at your feet, like cheering for you. And it's terrible.
Blood's
terrible.
Worse.
It's like it might have been a Taito game. I can't remember.
But it's like I've never found joy. Like I build a Street Fighter.
You don't like Pit Fighter?
For my no, God no. I built a Street Fighter 2 for my collection just for some of my friends who were big Street Fighter 2 guys, and I was going to put it down in the collection, but then they were like, "Well, we don't really care. We just like hang out with your games because we're like enjoying the games." I'm like, "Okay, I'm putting it on location," and it made bank. Don't get me wrong, but I think like all fighting games are like kind of dumb.
Well, how about so just kind of circling back to what could you do instead? Like Liam was like, "Oh, you can play Robotron with WASD." Chance, what's one of your favorite games is Tapper?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Well, it is my wife's favorite game. I like Tapper a lot.
And you can technically just play Tapper with buttons.
You could.
That's really all they are under the hood.
You could. Yeah, it's a
two-way joystick. Might as well just be 2 buttons.
Tappers are one-way joysticks.
Well, one of them. Well, the joystick
one way.
Yeah.
Tapper one-way joystick.
Yeah.
No, Tapper one-way.
I know. Yeah. But a lot of people put 2 ways in them and they don't know.
Yeah, because they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Timber, another really good game. That game just makes sense. The controls for Timber just make sense.
They do make sense.
So well, though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say it's a good game.
I like it. It's not horrible.
It's fun.
That's what a ringing endorsement.
I really enjoy Timber. I think if I had an opportunity, I might build a Timber cabinet. Actually, I think
I've had one in my garage.
They're not bad, right? There's a certain charm.
Like most cabinets are Timber cabinets.
Nice. Dun. Wait, I've got a thing for that.
Wow, it's really past the moment.
Yeah, we're way past. I should have been way quicker on that. I think I think Timber is a decent game. Here's a question then. Above and beyond, what is the worst? We're talking about a game with its original controls. Round table. What is the absolute? What game out there is the worst game specifically because it's controls?
Star Trek Upright.
Ooh. That's
remember Bob Freeman just bought the one that Coin Op Amusements was selling.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it. I own one, full disclaimer. I have a dedicated Star Trek Upright.
And parts.
I don't know why they designed it this way, but one of the buttons is just off in the middle of the control panel.
So is that a button placement issue? But I'm talking like full on. These controls suck.
It's a button placement issue because there's no way you can play this thing and have your hands on the controls. The cockpit controls, the buttons are in a cluster of 4 on one side and the spinners in the other. It makes sense. Okay. The Upright does not make sense where they put these things.
Okay, as painful it is to say this point, what about Inferno?
Inferno? What about Inferno?
What about Inferno?
The controls are good for Inferno.
Why didn't it?
If you think Robotron has good controls, then Inferno's got good controls. It's the same controls.
I'm trying to be the devil's advocate here. I think Inferno could have done better with a different gameplay mechanic with the controls. I think Inferno's great, but I think Inferno would have done better based off of that by itself.
I was going to throw out. Oh, go ahead.
Part of the reason Inferno may have done so poorly is because they sold it as a kit and it had a limitation in its firing for the kits. This is a difference in controls between the dedicated Inferno and the kit version. Yeah. Is that the kit version shipped with 8-way Wicos for both sides, fire and movement. And you were always firing on the kit one, which was a problem because the firing animation had shadows and would slow the entire machine down if you had two people firing constantly when there's a lot of enemies on the screen.
Yeah.
That's why they put in a trigger on the dedicated Inferno.
Charlie, you had a rebuttal or a...
Well, I was going to throw out Karate Champ, but I think it's a software issue, not a hardware issue.
I'd agree with that. Can I put out something that I think a lot of people think it's a control issue, but it's really a failure to read the instructions issue? Zaxxon?
I just don't like the game.
It's a terrible game.
It's poorly designed.
Look. I agree with all of you. I think Zaxxon sucks, and it is totally worth all the jokes that we lay on it. But arguably, and we found this out on the channel too, like if you play Zaxxon, it sucks. If you read the actual instruction card on the control panel to Zaxxon, you're like, oh, this makes a lot more sense. Like, I'm stupid for not being...
Look over here at my altimeter. Oh, I already crashed into something.
I don't think I've ever had a problem with the controls of Zaxxon. I think the problem has always been this game is terrible.
this game makes me...
And here's the thing. The altimeter tells you how high you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you how high everything else is.
Everything else is, yeah. This is a software thing, not a control thing. Okay, so then really...
A good point was just brought up in the chat. Gyrus would have been better with a dial.
Really true.
I have always referred to Gyrus as the mixer of Galaga and Tempest. It should have had a spinner.
100%. Matt called that out. Gyrus would have been incredible with a spinner. Matt, you are 1,000% on that nose. That game sucks unless it has a spinner. Gyrus is okay. It's not great. So what? Okay.
Gyrus got some banging music.
What other games? What games are popular or even semi-popular or like? Okay, let's define a term right now. John's Arcade popular. John's Arcade popular would be like Quantum. Quantum's a John's Arcade popular game. If we can all agree that
Mad Planets.
Mad Planets is just a good game no matter what. Can we all agree that? Okay, so anyway, that's the term. The John's. Anyway, what game would you say could have been better if it had better controls?
I think Gyrus is a good example of that.
Yeah. There's not much, is there?
Better with better controls.
Like, obviously, the guys at Capcom said, yeah, this whole...
Honestly, I think Defender and Stargate could have been improved if they got rid of the reverse button and put in a 4-way joystick.
Yeah.
Or an 8-way joystick.
But then it wouldn't be the same game, right? Like, because the joystick was height. And that's it. Altitude, that's it. Journey.
I'm sure you can rig it up.
A couple of guys are saying Journey in the chat. Venture.
Kangaroo.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's software, though.
Kangaroo's software.
That's not
Kangaroo
hardware.
Is
just change it and give a freaking jump button.
I think Kangaroo just needs... Kangaroo is like one of the worst games Atari ever...
Yeah, but even the way...
It has a lot of issues, but a lot of them could have been alleviated if you just put a jump button instead of the up. That's all you need.
The jump
but
button,
that's the argument with the Segway. You could have just third wheel Segway, not a thing. Like...
But even the way Mama Kangaroo moves is so
horrible.
Laggy and
Yeah. I've been offered a Kangaroo multiple times. There's one in our local here that a good friend of mine, I think he's tried to give. I can't politely say no enough.
What about Space Wars?
I don't know. Space Wars has got its charm there. It's essentially the same controls as Asteroids.
It's kind of like you're playing an emulated version of Space Wars because you're just using a keyboard with function keys.
Yeah.
Well, talk about function keys and horrible games though. Sundance with the whole numpad.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Sundance. I was like, what is the name of that damn game? This vector game.
Or what's the Jeff Kinder has one of them. I think it's a Laserdisc game and it has a keypad.
Thayer's Quest.
Quest.
Garbage.
Yeah. Oh, somebody mentioned that. Didn't somebody mention that?
Oh, hot take. You know what's garbage to play control-wise and should have had just better controls? Dragon's Lair. I think arguably...
What are you going to do with a QuickTime game?
Yeah, no, I get it. But
I think you can fix that with different controls.
No. I arguably feel...
Jeff Kinder in the house.
I arguably feel that Dragon's Lair would have been a much better game if it had better controls that went with the QuickTime idea. I think the controls are really what screwed that game.
What about games that they had controls that work for the games, but the controls themselves were difficult to maintain, resulting in them being swapped out? For example,
Sheriff.
Nintendo buttons getting drilled out by putting in better buttons.
Whoa, not better buttons. No, you're just a hater. So Liam gets a panel that's been drilled out and realizes he has to replace a chunk of wood. I would say that a Nintendo button, with the exception of the actual shape and size, sorry, not the shape, the physical size of the hole needed for the button, I would argue that a Nintendo button is a much better button than most of the buttons out there. I would say a Nintendo button is a better button than a leaf switch button. I would say a Nintendo button is a better button than like one of those micro leaf buttons. A Nintendo button is like, just, you can adjust the height of the leaf, or the switch. You have the roller switch versions of them. I think a Nintendo button is the button out there. How high the top hat comes, the shape of the convex on top. I think concave, convex. Yeah.
Definitely one of the two.
One of the two, yeah. I think a Nintendo button
Cave goes in.
Cave goes in. Yes, thank you. That's a good way to remember it. A concave button.
Not just a hat rack.
But the shape of a Nintendo button, the height of the plunger on a Nintendo button, the adjustable micro switch on a Nintendo button, the versions that have rollers, the Nintendo button is, aside from the size of the hole, the best button.
I am bringing the devil's advocate here, but I am still fixing it. I still have the Nintendo buttons, right?
Yeah.
I'm not leaving it as it is. I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking more about games that have had control setups that are unreliable to the point that they got replaced and that the replacements made the games terrible. Like, it's so ubiquitous that these games no longer have their own controls.
Yeah.
That it just ruins them.
I mean, Berserk had it replaced.
Yeah, Berserk.
Yeah.
The joystick goes out on Berserk. The optical sticks on Williams sometimes are a problem. So you get the 8 ways put in.
What was that basketball game?
Arch Rivals.
Arch Rivals had opticals, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, people. Yeah. Well, no. They're 49 way. People steal them to use in Sinistar.
Arch Rivals is a way worse game without those sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes from bad to worse.
Goes from bad. It's not that bad. And I say that because I have an Arch Rivals board that will be for sale very soon.
Timu NBA Jam.
I hate NBA Jam. Hot take, NBA Jam, and I own one, by the way. I have it on location. No, I don't anymore. I converted it back to its cabinet that was an X. NBA Jam sucks.
It's not an earner?
Yeah, you're wrong, but okay.
NBA Jam was an earner, but like, I just think NBA Jam sucks. Like, I couldn't wait to turn that back into an X-Men.
You play basketball in Canada?
Here's another one.
Basketball was invented by a Canadian. Thank you very much.
No, a Canadian-American.
No, a basketball. Sure. Okay. Brass tacks. Basketball is a Canadian game. Football. Your favorite game, football, the current incarnation of football, was invented by a Canadian. In Canada,
we have 4 downs in American football.
Oh my God.
4 downs.
Our football is harder. Canadian CFL football is harder than American football. I know this firsthand. I know one of the former Canadian CFL quarterbacks. Legitimately, American football is not as hard as Canadian football. You're playing with Disney. Don't care.
My son's coach got drafted in the NFL, bounced around a little bit, went to Canada, won a Grey Cup. People aren't buying him beers because he won a Grey Cup.
Who cares? We have a smaller. Nobody cares. They don't even pay the CFL players what they should, right?
They get paid based on their ratings.
Here's another one. iRobot.
Liam, right back to the
iRobot. The joystick in iRobot was just so completely overcomplicated that it basically killed the game. Besides the monitor issues, the joystick, the Hall Effect joystick, the first generation, not the one that they fixed in Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters, would drift over time and become useless. without being completely rebuilt.
Would you say that's the reason why iRobot wasn't popular?
It's a contributing factor in why they left arcades or were converted.
Okay.
iRobot was a game that
contributed to.
it was a little more complicated and intimidating for the average player. The system itself was hard to work on, and it used a unique monitor, but that joystick, when it went out, there wasn't really anything that you could replace it with. The only direct drop-in would be a Food Fight joystick at the time, and those don't grow on trees either.
Is the argument? I think iRobot has other problems. Like iRobot, as I agree, is a great game, but is it just for the average everyday person who's not an arcade purist? Is iRobot something that's hard to approach in general? Yeah,
I mean, I like when people come to our arcade. I like to see exactly what kind of opinions they have when they play the games. I like to see what they gravitate to and what they try. One of the prevailing opinions I've gotten back from people who have come here who are not arcade collectors and who have tried iRobot is that the game feels like a tech demo, which in effect it is.
It is, yeah.
100%. And it also has a tech demo mode too.
Yeah, they even say it on the attract screen in iRobot. Like, this is the first 3D game, which, by the way, it isn't.
It isn't.
Yeah. But they say it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so here's, I guess it's unique, but here's an issue that I have, and I don't know if anyone else does. So,
is this gonna be one of those Chinese fishing games? Because I'm all for it.
No.
Okay.
So typically with most games, you've got your controls. You could use your controls like the joystick with your left hand, and you got your buttons with the right, and the joystick's usually on the left side or in the center.
Yeah.
With Centipede, your trackball's on the right. I don't like that. I want to control with my left hand. I don't want to use it with my right. So whenever I play Centipede, I play cross-handed. Am I the only one that does that?
You're a lefty. You're a southpaw.
No, I'm not. No.
What?
I'm right-handed.
Oh, you're the first person who's right-handed that I've ever met that does that.
I want to control movement with my left hand because that is what
that's Nintendo's fault.
Do.
Oh, come on.
That's Nintendo's fault. Because the NES had the control on the left.
Yeah.
And if you grew up on Nintendo, because Atari, the 2600,
Cinematronics did something similar. They put a lot of the controls on the right.
Hand, right? But like Donkey Kong is not an ambidextrous game. Donkey Kong has joystick left, buttons right. Defender, buttons, joystick left, buttons right. A lot of games have joystick in the middle and buttons on either side. Some games have like literally multiple, sometimes 3 buttons on either side.
Yeah. Well, even then, I grew up with an Atari 2600, so.
But hold on. Think about how you hold it. Joystick is in the right hand. Your left hand holds the bottom, or it's on the table, and you press the button with your left thumb. Because the button, if you look at the 2600 controller, the button's on the left, upper left corner.
Yeah.
Sentai did the same thing with Snake Pit. The move is on the right and the fire is on the left, which is really annoying.
Are any of you guys left-handed?
No.
No? So I'm like fully ambidextrous. So like when I walk up to a game and it has like right-handed controls, left-handed controls, it doesn't matter to me. I've never been like really right-hand dominant or left-hand dominant, which is a weird thing to, I guess, to have, but I don't like, I can't feel the same way when I walk up to a trackball game where the trackball's on the right versus the left. It's just, I play the game.
It's more like the genre of game for me. I don't typically care, but it's like something like a twin stick, like Robotron. I tend cross-platform, arcade, console, PC. I tend to expect the left control is move and the right control is shoot. And when something goes the opposite direction, it's just blows my mind for a second. Like, wait a minute, what? This is not behaving the same way that I would expect it to. Yeah. Until I read the instruction placard and it shows that it's the opposite.
Liam, for iRobot, do you find there's a, like, if there are certain games, I think iRobot's one of them, where you kind of have to watch somebody else play it first that really knows what they're doing. Otherwise, it's kind of much more difficult. And I would say
we have a lot of games like that.
Juno First is like that.
Yeah.
There's quite a few games. Like I think Bubbles
Major
is like
Havoc.
that. Quantum is like that. Major
Firefox.
Havoc, not as much. Because Major Havoc is shooter and a platformer, so it's kind of. I think Major Havoc's not as bad.
It's the controls that give people pause when they come here and play it.
They don't, so I think with Major Havoc, people don't know how to do it, but they kind of have a sense of here's what I need to do. Versus like Quantum, it's like I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
right.
But that's
until you watch someone, and even just watching a track mode might not be as obvious. I don't know.
What's funny is when I play Beatmania, which is a rhythm game that you simulate as a DJ.
Oh, thank you for telling us what it was.
I figure most people don't know. There's two players.
Could be a fighting game.
Could be, yeah.
Beat 'em up mania.
Yeah. Could be a southern thing. I don't know.
There's two players, and one.
There was a 2600 port for that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's two different players, and one is typically meant for left-handed, and one is typically meant for right-handed. And I gravitate towards the left-handed side. So maybe I'm just weird.
We knew that already. Well, okay, hold on. What about? Okay, so here's the thing that if you're a console or a PC gamer, you'll know right away is inverted joysticks, right? Up versus up, down versus down. Like there's that inversion. Are there any games out there that have that where you feel like especially 3D games where a yoke?
I never have had that much of a problem adjusting either way for the inversion depending on a game. For flight games. I can't even tell you which way like Firefox goes, and I play that game all the time.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't even register with me.
Well, because you get immediate feedback, and as you're sort of starting, like it'll like your brain locks in, even if you can't right now articulate. Yeah. Because also like it's not like you're gonna die if you do it wrong in the first 2 seconds.
No.
Right? Like okay, now my brain is oriented.
Whereas like I walk up to my wife's computer downstairs and I'm helping her edit content or something, and like I go to like scroll on her trackpad and it goes the opposite way because she uses a PC.
But also, I think
there's a Mac. She has a Mac. She is like
the Mac
Apple
goes the right way.
No. Apple went a number of years ago and they changed the default way to natural scrolling so that when you went the opposite way, so anyone who was born in the 80s, it's like it doesn't make sense. You start scrolling one way and it goes the opposite way. It's stupid.
I think the inversion thing presents a different, possibly less problem than like handedness on controls, because you're still using potentially both hands to do the action.
Yeah. Like
on a flight yoke or something. So it's or on a joystick. Or on a regular, like a joystick like Red Baron or something, it doesn't matter which hand you're using to do it because it's just the action. So it's like not fighting your brain in that way. It's just like an instant lock in whether or not you're going up or down.
Someone brought up Zybots earlier in the chat.
Oh, Zybots is wild controls.
Terrible
game.
Horrible.
You know, Zybots was actually meant to be a sequel to Gauntlet.
Really?
Yeah. Franz Lanzinger was involved in that one. He was the guy who did Crystal Castles, and he wanted to do some like dungeon thing. So he came up with this dungeon game, but somehow it turned into Zybots instead of Gauntlet.
I had no idea. I that legitimately that's news to me. Okay, so what's the takeaway here then? Let's wrap this topic up then. So I guess the argument is
buy dedicated machines.
Buy dedicated machines, but first and foremost, even if regardless if you're a purist, if you're just a regular person off the street, the argument is you will have a better, I wouldn't say accurate, but a better time playing a game. Donkey Kong as an example. You'll have a better time playing a game when you have the original controls that were developed alongside, before, or after the game from the company that developed the game, right? So that's the argument there. if you had like a Wicco stick and a Donkey Kong, it's going to be a crappier time to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say a good takeaway is controls play a significant importance as part of the overall package of the nostalgia of the game, because just take Miss Pac-Man for example. You put a different joystick in there, you have everything else original, but you change the joystick. You don't have the red, original ball top joystick. Even someone who knows very little about arcade machines but played that game as a kid can look at that and think they go to play the game and they think something's not right.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Doesn't feel right.
After years, I finally put in the proper control panels and joysticks on our Miss Pac-Man, and it does feel like it made a difference.
So,
Like,
Liam,
you just put like a 4-way like HAP super joystick in there, someone's going to notice, even they don't know jack about the game. And that's universal, because 9 out of every 10 Miss Pac-Mans I get, on the left side of the machine in the exact same spot is the where for where everyone has put their left hand, because everyone assumes the exact same position. They put their left hand there, they have the hand on the joystick, they stand the exact same way, because I do the exact same thing. I did the same thing as a kid.
Yeah, and then the older Miss Pacs, there's another one a little bit higher up too, on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
With putting in those joysticks on Miss Pac-Man, all of the machines in our arcade except for Inferno are now running their original controls.
Nice.
And I am still in the process. I actually have 2 blaster joysticks now, so it's soon TM. The Inferno will be done.
And so a lot of people don't know this because they're not in our private chat in the Discord, but the moment you got that Donkey Kong, you and I had a pretty heated conversation about putting the proper buttons on the Donkey Kong.
Expensive, but I ultimately went for it. So
okay, I appreciate that. I think you will have an arguably better time playing.
Here's the sitch with the Donkey Kong. I got the thing cheap. It's a game that is here for people who come to the arcade and are not necessarily people who like the more esoteric stuff. They came for Galaga, Pac-Man, and Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
so the Donkey Kong
and Centipede.
Normie bait.
It's there for that, and I want to clean it up and make it work the way it is intended to. I'm not gonna go ahead and like Bondo the coin door. He's got a credit button. I'm just gonna leave that.
I would, it's not worth it.
But I'm going to fix the controls, fix the monitor. I'm going to cut a new bezel for it, and put everything back together, and it'll look nice.
Cool.
So,
do you have the template for the bezel? Because if not, I can send you.
Mike sells it.
Mike sells it. No, there's I have like
I'm just going to cut it out of construction paper.
Oh yeah. Go down to like you guys have Michaels in the States.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Go down to a Michaels and gets Michaels
like cardstock.
Not cardstock, not like cardboard. Michaels is the best place to get bezel material, because
I know I've made bezels
out of the frame material. Yeah.
The mats. Yeah, I've made bezels for Dig Dug and I think it was Lunar Lander. I made a bezel for. So it's out of that craft stuff.
$20.
Right. Well, Kay, hopefully next episode, which technically we should do another one in March, because this is technically our February episode.
It is true.
The February episode is technically our January. Anyway, hopefully by then you will have, maybe you can do like move your setup and like film in front of the Robotron or RoboCop.
Yeah, I'd have to move my entire computer and
do what I said in the live chat, loft your bed.
Yeah.
Just
put
get
it in
get your underneath. Phone, put the remote camera app on the phone, and aim it at the RoboCop.
You don't live with someone that will say no.
There you go. You do what you want.
Yeah, except that I'm the one that has to do the work, and I'm saying no. So no.
We want to see the game.
Yeah, and I'll take pictures of it.
We want to see something other than your bedroom behind you with the game. Take a picture, put it in your background. We want you to
do it like Liam. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it like Liam.
That's hard.
Well, Kate, please remind everyone where they can find you and tease them with something coming up on your channel.
He's an influencer for a new multimeter, but he doesn't want to change the background on his.
That's right, because this isn't TikTok where I sell stuff like myself. So TikTok at Prime_Arcade. Like I said, I just had my 13-year anniversary with Prime Arcade. So thank you to everyone who has supported me along the way. I will have more videos of stuff, mostly me selling things because that's what I do now. I shill products so that I can keep them for free. You will see me selling a thermal camera and a sander soon. So if those are things that you need in your life, or if you need that multimeter / oscilloscope, it's like $46. It's not bad. So I buy it through TikTok and I get like a.
Oh, you're saying this wasn't TikTok where you sell things?
Yeah, but you need to go to
Wow.
TikTok and buy it through there so that I get the commission.
I would like to say that I'm interested in this thermal camera. I really want to know more about it.
I say I'm excited to try it because it looked pretty neat in the videos that I saw, and I don't have one, so I have one now. So it's nice to have that as a diagnostic tool. Also, in a couple of weeks, I will be at the Texas Pinball Festival. So if you're going there, hunt me down and buy me a drink.
And buy a game from you.
I'm not taking any machines. This is actually the first TPF I've ever gone to. Mostly because it's always been around the same time, like every year. It's always around like the third week in March, which has always been around my now ex-wife's birthday, and she never wanted to spend that at TPF.
Wet blanket.
I don't have that problem anymore, so I can go. So I'm going.
Yeehaw!
Right on.
Yeah.
Liam, when can we expect a Donkey Kong pickup video on River?
Oh man, I'm excited for this.
There was actually video taken of Donkey Kong, so maybe there will be a video if I come up with the time to edit instead of tinkering on arcade games, which I love so much.
Liam, if I don't tell you this enough, I'm proud of you.
I'm hoping I will fix the game tomorrow. That is when all the parts I ordered for it arrive. So,
in our next episode, Liam's going to have a Popeye and a Play Choice 10.
Oh, that'd be so great. Could you imagine? Just get you know what? Start it off easy. Go into Nintendo Versus first, and then get into Play Choice.
There are 2 more Nintendo games on the list: the VS Dual Upright and Play Choice 10 Dual Upright.
Good.
Hey, I've got 2 of those, so
Yeah, but the problem is they're in Texas. I am not.
You come to Texas all the time. So
and there are many other games I want much more.
Wait, did termites live in Texas? Do you guys have a termite problem there?
I don't have a termite problem. So,
but there are termites.
Do you even know you can't get to the back of your warehouse?
They're all dust. They're gone. There's just a facade. It's a Potemkin village.
I take like wide shots of the top of my machines all the time, and the tops are still there, so the bottoms are probably still underneath them.
Yeah,
he's gonna go to hand truck one, and it's just gonna come apart in his hands.
Just
Look, they certainly don't have water damage because there's no water here.
Like all the Nazis in Holy Grail, or not in what's the
or Thanos, right?
I have 2 dual monitor Play Choice 10s side by side that are both working that I just need to restore. I've got the stuff to do it with that's sitting right next to it. I just haven't done it.
Oh, I have a Play Choice 10, a dual monitor Play Choice 10 sitting in my garage right now, and I don't know what to do with it.
Garage, one syllable. What are you gonna do, Chance?
Oh, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
In general,
we have to keep our eye on you, right?
I'm fine.
What is it? The Great White North TPG or whatever?
Oh yeah. So at some point in time, I'm gonna it's not coming soon. It's like vaporware at this point.
You're gonna send me that beta unit that you've been talking about for a year now.
So we're clear. Like as far as like the test pattern generator goes, there are 4 copies of the prototype floating around amongst many of our friends. Jeff Atwood, my co-conspirator with White North Retro, Jeff Atwood is an incredibly intelligent human being.
So he's a good yin to your yang, is what you're saying?
He's like the Steve Wozniak to the Jobs, if I was even credible as a salesperson. And Jeff will do it in his own time. I will never rush Jeff's genius. It will at some point in time.
You got the merch made though. That's what's important.
Oh, we've had this. No, because we launched like but we have like some other stuff that we've sold over the years, like the Dead East Hum buckers, right? Like
Yeah.
that remove. Anyway, what's next for the Canadian arcade? So I just finished. You can go on Clav and you can check out my little post that I had made about the about the Wild Gunman. So my Nintendo Row is now finally complete. I have in my garage sitting there, when it gets a little bit nicer and a little bit warmer, a nibbler that I want to do. So probably in the next little bit, I might start on the nibbler. I got a racing sim that I got to get out of the way first, now that I'm like rolling and cooking with gas on that thing.
Nibbler?
So,
I hardly know her.
Anyway, so yeah, I think sooner rather than later, I'm going to sit down and start getting at that nibbler cabinet. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, for me, I got a episode that's available now, early access by channel members, including our brand new channel members, Joel Strahan and the famous Mike Doyle. That'll be available for public consumption tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, working on the Missile Command cocktail, working on the Berserk, getting that finished. I need to clear coat the Moon Patrol to prevent it from the side art from flaking more. I got to reassemble my Outrun mini controls. The Irish Food Fight is coming up next in the queue. And then in terms of what I need, looking for an Enigma 2 PCB if anyone has them out there. Always interested in interesting MVS carts, Neo Geo MVS carts. Could use a Marble Madness control panel. I'll probably end up just buying all new stuff for that. The video that's coming out, that's early access right now, coming out tomorrow, is a long sought after PCB pickup. So keep an eye on that.
Quick tangent. Did I ever tell you the quick hack on Marble Madness control panels?
I'm listening.
Okay. So fun fact, there's a thing out there called contact juggling. It's like,
I remember this.
Yeah. There's a thing out there called contact juggling. Okay?
This is the fake juggling, right?
I don't know.
Will Ferrell did on The Office.
How about this? I have the original trackballs in my Marble Madness, and they work great.
That's fine, but this isn't about you. This is for our viewers.
Behind the back?
There's a thing out there called contact juggling. If you look, it's like a hobby sport. It's like those devil sticks things. Anyway, it's a thing that exists, and there are juggler companies out there that make juggling supplies. I don't want to make fun of them because, like, honestly, like, they have a hobby. We have a weird hobby. It's weird. You can go and you can look for contact juggling balls. They are the exact same size as the Hap trackball, like the exact same to the millimeter size as a hack trackball. And you can get like really interesting looking colors or like mixes, marble colors for the Marble Madness, which are really cool.
I had an idea the other day, and I'm surprised Atari didn't come up with this.
Backlighting the joystick.
Is Trevor working on an Atari baseball? Is it Trevor? It might be somebody else in the Discord. But why didn't Atari get trackball balls that were painted or whatever like a baseball?
Because they would have worn out. The coloring.
No. 8 balls don't wear out. I mean, they do eventually. Everything wears out eventually.
That's because they're
billiard balls.
Like billiard balls aren't
painted. Same thing. You could have done it. You could have done it. Could have gotten it.
Billiard balls aren't painted.
Right. It doesn't need to be painted. It could have been like, I don't know what the right term is, extruded or something. It could have been like all the way inside.
You should take
that. But that would have been cool.
Yeah. I'm sure there's someone on Dragon's Den that will pay you a lot of money to have equity in your company for that.
There you go. Call it Shark Tank down here. Anyway, want to say thank you to everybody for watching, especially our very generous super chat donors: Owl Arcade, Cameron Cardwell, DJ M, Cameron Cardwell again, Porgy, Jerry Voluptuous, Alan Brady, Anko, Papa Sean, and Cameron Cardwell yet again and again. Thank you and welcome to Mike Doyle and Joel Strahan for becoming channel members. Guys, this has been episode 36. Technically, next episode is our third birthday, right?
Your third birthday. Your third anniversary.
Well, you're like our step guest, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 dozen. Not bad. All right, guys, unless you got any final words, we're going to go ahead and do some fun stuff here.
I got some final words. You better be ready for that Stone Cold Stunner, sucker.
What?
Message from the government of Canada.
What?